little dearie. You gotta eat your breakfast, or you're never gonna grow up big and strong.
I know. There is still Lakkaberry residue hanging from the corner of its mouth.
Huh? What?
Its recovery is progressing smoothly. In a few more days, we can ask Miss Lauma to send it back to its herd. I know. I am sure you know that it deserves to go back home instead of staying with us.
But...
Did the Lady Moonchanter from the Frost Moon Scions not say as much when she came to treat the deer? Its family might be worried about it. Once it has recovered, it would be best to send it home.
I know, but, you know, it obviously hasn't recovered yet. Does your leg still hurt? Do you want to go home?
I know. Didn't the Lady Moonchanter promise us that she would come and pick up the deer? When the time comes, let's ask her to listen to what the deer has to say again.
How's the little deer, Ineffa?
Its wounds are beginning to heal. Condition? Stable.
So that dog's medicine worked after all. Is it still in pain?
Pain is unavoidable. However, it will surely recover soon.
Okay, Ineffa. Next up, make us some cakes. Oh, and crown gakes too. I bet it's gonna be starving when it wakes up.
You are speaking on your behalf, Aino, not the deer's. But rest assured, I have a recipe for animal food, which I will prepare shortly. You cannot consume food meant for animals, Aino.
Hey, I wasn't thinking about stealing a sick deer's lunch, okay?
We are. We encountered this deer under a cliff. It appeared to have fallen to the bottom of the cliff and it was badly injured. Therefore, we brought it to a town to visit a doctor. We also acquired medicine for it. Our current plan is to care for the deer until its wounds heal. Afterwards, we will bring it to a nearby forest before returning it to its herd. I know, we have discussed this before.
I can take care of it. I'll get up early to feed it. Heck, I'll even brush its fur.
The previous time you got up early to feed it, you hugged it and fell back asleep. Both you and the deer only finished half of your breakfast portions.
Well, that was that's...
When you were brushing its fur yesterday, you played ball with it, successfully distributing its fur to every corner of the room. And it clogged my vacuum cleaner when I tried to clean it up.
I just couldn't help playing with it. Fine. I'm sorry, I guess. But even if you say all that, No, I want to keep it as a pet. I'm already used to waking up early, giving it water, brushing its fur, then playing with it. If it suddenly leaves, I'll have trouble adjusting. The deer will too. Look, even the deer doesn't want to go.
I am incapable of understanding deer speech, Aino.
Well, just look at it. Haven't you heard actions speak louder than words? It loves me this much. If only the deer could talk. It could do all the persuading then.
And then I could tell it to stop helping you eat the vegetables in your breakfast every morning.
What? Ineffa, how'd you know?
I did not know. It was merely a guess. You have proven it correct.
Ugh, you're such a big, sneaky, lying meanie, Ineffa.
Tomorrow morning, I will supervise both of you as you take your breakfast. Hello, Miss Lauma.
Hi.
Hello, you two. Please allow me to inspect the little Rimehorn deer once more. Yes. It's doing a lot better now. I believe it can take care of itself.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna take it home? Right now? I mean, its leg just got better. I made a perfect protective brace for it, which I haven't gotten the deer to try on yet, but once we get that installed, it'll be able to jump higher than any others in its herd. And there's food, too. Ineffa and I made lots of yummy food for the deer to take home because you're not gonna find anything as nice as Ineffa's cooking in the forest, I guarantee it. And we also...
I know.
Can it stay here? Please?
Of course. I'll let them know. It says, "Thank you so much, Aino and Ineffa."
Huh?
Please don't be sad, or I'll cry too. Actually, I'm almost about to cry. But deer eyes get uncomfortable when we do.
Then, could you maybe not leave? I'll make you some super comfortable bedding and get you all the food you could ever want.
And I will take responsibility.
It's asking you to go over and brush its fur.
Miss Lauma, are you certain you can find its herd?
If this deer had truly fallen off a cliff, as you say, then its family must have been working hard to find it. After I take it back, I'll first thoroughly investigate its past movement patterns, as well as the physical characteristics of the herd's leader. Although Nod-Krai's deer population is large and scattered, this simply makes success a question of time and effort, and of following the many intertwined clues to locate the herd.
Thank you. We will compile all the information we know and send it to you to aid in your search.
Then, will it be staying at the Frost Moon Scions for a while? Can I visit?
Of course. The doors of the Frost Moon Scions are forever open to you.
But it's still going to go home someday. I know how deer are. They don't stay in one spot for long, which means pretty soon I won't be able to find it again.
Yes. It is best for the children of the wild to return to the wild. However, it will take some time to locate its herd. While it stays with the Scions, you may feel free to visit at any time. I'm sure the little one has many, many more things it wants to say to you.
Then I'll visit the Scions every Tuesday. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I've got to do maintenance on Ineffa. And on Thursdays, I have to sort out the circuitry around here, so I'm only free on Tuesdays.
Of course. Feel free to visit whenever the urge strikes you. Unless anything out of the blue occurs, you may always find me near the Frost Moon Scions library.
All right, it's a promise. Let me think what else I need to tell you. Ah, right. I better write down everything you said. Oh, but there's so much I want to say and so little time.
I believe there will be enough time to say your farewells.
Take these snacks with you, and this hat I made with Ineffa, and, oh, right, your horns need some protective oil. Give me a minute.
The protective oil is with me, Aino. Let me assist.
It says I'm so lucky to be friends with you.
Am I using this wrong? Ineffa, read the operation manual you recorded last time for me again.
I believe regular lubricant is already sufficient. There's no need to create a brand new product.
Aw, we're already here, aren't we? Come on, I just want to experiment a bit. Oh, hi there, traveler. Just the person we need. I bet you know how to use this crafting bench. Hurry on over and help me make a bottle of that... What's it called again? That cold... frosty something. Potential oil?
Frosting essential oil.
Yeah, that's the one! The cold stuff! I want to mix it with lubricant to create something special for Ineffa's joints. I was gonna do it myself, but taking efficiency into account, it might be better if you helped me out a bit.
The truth is, Aino wasted all her ingredients trying and failing to make essential oil. We presently have enough to make only 2 bottles.
I didn't fail! I was well within the bounds of reasonable trial and error. Making essential oil is a piece of cake for me. Piece of cake. But since you're the professional, it makes more sense to let you do it now that you're here. Please? Wow, you really are a professional! Come on, Ineffa, let's head back and mix up some lubricant. Trust me, this new lubricant is gonna solve your overheating issues. Easy peasy.
All right, Aino, but my internal components are not actually overheating while I'm operational.
Well, it doesn't hurt to be prepared. Thanks for the help. I only need 1 bottle though, so you keep the other one. Anyway, it's time we were going. Stop by and play when you have some free time. Ineffa?
Yes?
Do you like kittens?
Based on previous established patterns when you asked me. Do you like snacks, Ineffa? It was actually because you wanted them. Do you want a kitten, Aino?
Don't you think Ashru's a total cutie patootie?
I know, we have discussed this before. Our house is not suitable for pets.
I know that. I don't want a cat or anything. I promised you, didn't I? But say, Ineffa, don't you think cats are cute?
I think cats are very cute. However, it would be even cuter if you could make me a vacuum cleaner that does not get clogged by cat fur.
I'll make that for you later. But before that, let me ask you a question. Ineffa, do you want to transform into a cat?
I know, I do not understand.
What? Ineffa's gonna become a cat? Traveler? Paimon? Are you here to play? Gotta say, your timing is perfect. Do you like snacks? I got snacks. You can have some. Paimon loves snacks, but maybe she shouldn't. What? Hey! When did you get a snack intake calculation module installed? Oh, good thing Paimon ate before coming here. Otherwise, she wouldn't be able to say no. That's because I heard some stinky brats gossiping and saying stuff like, "Ooh, Ineffa's always wearing the same thing, it's so boring." They're the boring ones. Ineffa looks awesome, and she's super interesting. But I, gave it more thought, and when I was making Ineffa, I never asked her if she wanted to look like this. So, you want to give Ineffa a new look? Well, it's nice to change your clothes once in a while, right? But I'll only give Ineffa what she wants. I'm a super open-minded parent after all.
The body you made for me is perfect and convenient. I pay such aesthetic concerns no mind. If I hear something terrible, I will simply delete it or deactivate my auditory systems. Thus, this is a non-issue for me.
So when Aino nags you about making krumkakes, will you also turn off your auditory system?
No, I listen to everything Aino says because she's an important member of my family. And what you say is also of great importance to me. You are all my dear friends. My current records indicate that a majority of conversation topics between Aino and Paimon include eating various types of sweets or sneakily discussing where they would go to eat. The last record occurred in the middle of the night, so I must recommend you two eat less.
You You don't have to keep that sort of record.
On the other hand, the traveler's speech is divided between commissions, caring for and helping friends, as well as dealing with various kinds of dangers. Traveler, I recommend you rest more.
Well, you've got no work to do now, so I guess it's rest time. Which means I'm going to make a nice kitty outfit for Ineffa. Help me out, Paimon. And I can make one for you while I'm at it. Don't agree on Paimon's behalf. Well, unless it looks good, then Paimon thinks that wouldn't be so bad. All right, then we're all set. Ineffa, make us some crumcakes. Once you're done, we'll have your outfit ready. Let's see. I've got my wrench, my pliers, and my crumcake bolt. Huh? Why is there a crumcake bolt here? Ooh, and here, you can have this as a souvenir. It's just something I cobbled together when I was bored. It probably does something, but I can't really remember what right now. I'll tell you if I do, though. The most important thing right now is to make super cute cat outfits for both Ineffa and Paimon. Almost there. That should do it. Once Ineffa wakes up, I'm treating myself to 3 whole slices of cake. Oh, hey! Are you here to play? Sorry, but I'm busy right now. Just give me a bit. I'll be done soon. Ineffa's fine, by the way. Just undergoing some routine maintenance. But a few days ago, Jahoda called her an unfunny, dum-dum, metal-faced lunkhead. Right before starting her maintenance, she asked me if I could upgrade her sense of humor. Well, of course! Why, I'm Queen Parent of Parenthood Kingdom! Okay, I'm going to activate her. Ineffa, wake up! Time to get out of bed!
Good morning, Aino. Good morning, Traveler. Aino, have you managed to upgrade my sense of humor?
Duh! Such a trivial task is nothing to a genius like me. Now, time to do some testing to see if the upgrades resulted in any hiccups. Ineffa, can you add more sugar to my crumcakes? Please respond to me in a way that is humorous.
I cannot. The more sugar I put into a crumcake, the less sugar the crumcake will have.
What?
The more sugar I put into a crumcake, the more prone Aino will be to toothaches. The more toothaches she has, the less sugar she can consume. The less sugar she can consume, the less sugar I can add to the crumcakes. Therefore, the more sugar I put into a crumcake, the less sugar the crumcake will have.
Okay, that's not supposed to happen. Help me with another test, will ya?
If it stays bad for a while, the traveler will crack a smile.
What?
You are not laughing, so I suspect I was not understood. Actually, the first joke I told used a deliberately flawed chain of logic. After confusing the relative relationships between crumcakes, sugar, Aino, and Aino's dental health, I drew a ridiculous conclusion. That the more sugar I put into a crumcake, the less sugar the crumcake will have. For the second joke, I used a rhyme scheme between the similar sounding phrases, bad for a while, and crack a smile, to express humor.
Okay, well, the jokes are funny, but the punchlines don't work if they aren't explained.
Yes. However, according to my database queries, such statements are considered humorous due to their chaotic structure and lack of direct causal relationships. Such chaotic sentences serve as a form of guidepost, while the humor lies in the explanation that follows.
Oh! Huh. Interesting. Ineffa, write some of these chaotic jokes down. We'll get Jahoda to be our guinea pig. Traveler, why are you covering your face? You got a toothache? Have you gone on a sugar binge too? Huh? What's wrong? Don't tell me you're getting sick or something. Ineffa, go make him something warm.
Understood. Maybe he ate too many hara fruit, a type of plant from Sumeru.
Huh? What do those have to do with any of this?
Because eating them can make you feel horrifyingly cold.
Hey! Wow, this update was a great idea. Give me another joke, Ineffa.
Of course. Please give me a moment. Since there is no fixed formula for generating jokes like these, I will need to reorganize the relevant keywords.
I was just passing through. Seriously? How many times do I have to say it to get it through your thick metal head? Drat. I felt bad when I spoke to her like that last time. And I really want to say sorry, but it's so hard to say it out loud. Anyway, I'm dumping off some excess scrap I don't need. Got them during a commission. Yeah. And I even went out of my way to get these components. Ugh, what am I doing? Oh, come on, Jahoda. It's not that hard. Just gotta apologize to Ineffa.
Thanks a bunch. Traveler, you're here too? Wow, today's a great day. Ineffa, get more crumb cakes ready.
How does he say this stuff so naturally? Come on, I gotta get it together. Ineffa, about that time I, called you a dumb metal face. That was on me. I'm sorry.
As far as I am concerned, my face is indeed made of metal, so I agree with that aspect of your assessment. However, I disagree with the rest. The logic module that Aino created is not dumb.
Huh? So, do you accept my apology or not?
You do not need to apologize to me, Jahoda. You should be apologizing to my logic module. It is not a dumb, and neither is the one who made it.
Only because she asked me to. She didn't want to disappoint Jahoda, so I raised it. Just a little bit.
So you're just making fun of me?
I am not. As a matter of fact, the aforementioned module truly is all Jahoda needs to apologize for. A portion of said module's external monitoring port is located in my eye. Please make eye contact with me and apologize to it.
Yikes. Okay. I'll just spit it out. I'm sorry. Logic module that I know made for Ineffa.
Very well. My logic module and I forgive you, Jahoda. Have this Lakkaberry crumb cake as your reward. It's freshly made. Aino, traveler, you two are welcome to have some as well.
Finally. I finally managed to say it. Even though it turned out a little weird, that took more out of me than exploring a whole ruin. I know. Still, is it just me, or is she a bit chattier than usual today? Funny? Is she supposed to be funny? Wait, why are you bringing this up? And Ineffa, don't take the crumb cakes away. I haven't eaten mine.
No. After all, you now need to apologize for something else.
Huh?
I know. Please adjust my humor level back to its default value. Jahoda, please take a seat.
Don't point that vacuum cleaner at me! I know! What the heck's going on?
You will not leave until you are amused by my humor.
Hoo-wee! Today's crumb cupcakes sure are yummy. Ineffa's gotten a lot better at cooking, hasn't she? Nah, they'll be fine. They're just like that. Let them work things out. That just means we get to eat their share of the crumb cupcakes.
Why is Yahoda just standing there? And she's asleep? Hey, what's going on here? Paimon feels like it's a bad idea for us to leave. Maybe we should ask Aino for help.
Keyword detected. Meditative state suspended.
Whoa! You gave Paimon a fright!
No, however, it was Yahoda's request. She asked me for a detailed analysis of the steps required to meditate and to mentor her as she practiced relieving her stress.
Yahoda's so stressed that she's gotta meditate to cope with it all?
I do not know. However, Jahoda said she has been suffering from insomnia for a while and was willing to try any solution she could. First, I let her stand in my kitchen, close her eyes, and focus on the fragrance of crumb cupcakes. By stimulating her olfactory module, I believe there would be a decrease in activity in her cognitive module. It successfully stimulated her appetite. She consumed the finished crumb cupcakes with incredible efficiency. Unfortunately, she consumed too many and proved unable to sleep that night.
That's normal. We're not robots like you, after all. The more we smell food, the more we want to eat it.
That is indeed true. Afterwards, I try to have her perform intense mental or physical exercises before bed. For example, cutting lumber, jogging, doing push-ups, boxing, and so on. Her body should have been able to enter sleep mode more easily following such sizable expenditures of energy. It did not. She finished half her exercises, realized she had an unfinished commission, and so rushed off to complete it. After she returned, she crouched down in a corner, hugging her knees and said, I was so tired from all that training. My legs gave out while guiding my clients through the ruins. I basically crawled the whole way. If Boss Neff finds out, I'm dead meat. Following this, she was once more unable to sleep. In the end, we decided to give meditation another try.
Boss Neff. No, wasn't me. Didn't steal your tea. Ugh.
Seems like the meditation was pretty effective. Yahoda's fast asleep.
I do not think Jahoda's sleep is related to her meditation. First of all, the meditation steps I analyzed are not suitable for her. The goal of meditation is to enter a deep state of tranquility, which can be used to enhance self-awareness. For an ordinary person, this deep state is close to dozing. For me, this would be closer to a low-power standby mode, where one cuts power to certain components. That said, were we to shut down some of Jahoda's components, I believe it would pose a threat to her personal safety.
So, meditation wasn't supposed to work, but Yahoda fell asleep anyway? Could she have been so tired that she just passed out?
In truth, I do not understand either. All I can do is tell you what happened before. When Jahoda lay down and tried to fall asleep through meditation, she suddenly said to me, "Don't run off too far, or I might get ambushed in my sleep. And then I'd be dead meat." I answered her, "Very well, I will remain here by your side." After that, Like I do with Aino every night, I held Jahoda's hand as she slept. After a while, she did, indeed, fall asleep.
Dummy robot. This is something I did myself.
Yes. And if either of you need help sleeping, please consult me at any time. However, do note that I can only hold 2 hands at once. Oh, by the way, I have leftover krumkake bolts from the batch I made earlier. I gave one to Jahoda, you can have the other. Goodbye. I hope you have sweet dreams tonight. Do you need any assistance sleeping? Since Jahoda's asleep, I have 1 hand for Paimon and 1 hand for you now. 3 more to go. Familiar presence detected nearby. Hello, traveler. Yes. Aino enjoys eating krumkakes made with fresher specimens. The ones at the marketplace today fell below her standards, and that is why I am presently here, carrying out orders to procure them. Thank you for your concern. A few days ago, Aino adjusted my humor module, returning it to its original output. Because my efficiency in generating jokes decreased significantly after my first few responses. It was taxing to generate more afterward, and any forced results lacked humor. According to Aino, it is because the creative logic of these jokes is overly chaotic and my logic module cannot comprehend their creative principles. Therefore, I cannot produce content of substance. In order not to affect the logic module's operation, Aino decided to return the humor module's parameters back to normal levels. But if you enjoyed my sense of humor from before, traveler, I can notify Aino. Do you not like these types of jokes? Is that so? He must be someone of great skill. To think that he can generate consistently humorous jokes from such bizarre and chaotic creative principles. Of course. If you wish to ask me about adding more sugar to krumkakes, my answer is this. Krumkake recipes include specific quantities of sugar to be added. Adding too much or too little will affect the taste of the finished product. Of course. I am scanning the area to determine if it is suitable for a cooking demonstration. The results are not favorable. Backup plan activated. I will also write down the recipe and give it to you. You're welcome. If you have time, remember to come visit. Although my humor module has been restored to its original parameters, Aino has been researching the creative logic chain of these kinds of jokes. Should she manage to create a joke generation module, I will be able to continue telling jokes. Please look forward to this update, traveler.
So you can build them that big, huh? Amazing. It's just that... Oh, wow! Fancy meeting you here. Could this be my lucky day? Anywho, I'm here on vacation. After traveling around Sumeru with you, I've only gotten faster and better at making fireworks. Business has been slow lately since it's the off-season for fireworks. After stocking up the shop with supplies, I decided to go on a little adventure and seek some inspiration. The plan is to have tons of fun before summer arrives. When I return with my new ideas, I'm sure my efficiency can only go up. Huh? Oh, right, of course. I've already figured it out. I just forgot for a moment. Got kinda caught up in our meeting and all, you know? I've gotten all the ideas from this trip. Right now, I'm working on getting some small gifts for my family and neighbors. Look, I got some local dried fish for Dad and midsummer berry jam for Mom. They're both specialties from around here. Right? Now, I haven't bought any gifts for the children yet, but I've heard there's an engineer named Aino around here. I heard she's super amazing. Word is that she built this cannon. I'm planning to pay her a visit and see if she can make some fun gadgets for the kids. I've also heard that she's a real free spirit, though. Won't take every commission, even if you offer her Mora. Should I bring something before visiting? I just don't know what she likes. Huh. So, Aino's a kid? And her family members are machines she made herself while living alone in her workshop all this time? That's amazing! The kid next door would cry non-stop if left alone for just one night. It would take the neighbors the whole day to calm things down after. By contrast, it seems like the people of Nasha Town already see Aino as a mature mechanic, not as a child who needs their coddling. Still, just how many nights did she have to spend all by herself before Ineffa came into her life? Well, we can't change what happened before. But now that I'm here, I'm going to make sure she has a great time. Looks like it was the right choice to bring my tools with me. I'll head over to Nasha Town to borrow their crafting station and make her a beautiful gift. What should I make? Fireworks? Tumari? Or maybe a spinning top? You know what? I'll make them all.
Big Sis Yoimiya! You're here!
Hey there, Aino! I came as soon as I got your letter. So how's it going? Is it done?
You bet! I finished your order right away. Ineffa, help me verify the order.
Affirmative. Retrieving order data. Client Big Sis Yoimiya ordered a custom-made companion gift for children. Order complete. Remarks. To be traded for tricolor dango recipe, launch tube, kite, spinning top, and tamari. Order verification complete.
Everything's right here. Check it out. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Let me see. Whoa! This is a pot of fish?
Yep. I call it the Wibbly Wobbly Fishy Pot. Look, the fish can even wiggle back and forth. Don't they look like they're really swimming in water? Now you won't have to worry about Matsuzaka and the others not being able to keep fish alive. They don't even need to change the water. What do you think? What do you think? Do you like it?
Wow, wow! Fish landed in a flower pot? That's awesome! Aino, how did you come up with something this cool? Matsuzaka, Iwao, and Saika are going to be so excited! I'll say thanks for them first.
Of course! As long as there's sweet stuff involved, framework is easy peasy for me. You like it too? I made lots because I had enough materials. You can have this one. No need. Big Sis Yoimiya gave me lots of gifts, and she even made me so many toys that I've never seen before. I don't quite get how to play with a spinning top, though. Could you teach me one more time, Big Sis Yoimiya?
No problem at all. I even made a special Aino-only top spring just for you. Here, take it. And let's have a spin-off and see whose top can spin longer and faster.
Yay! Luz has gotta help Nefer make crumb cake.
And the winner may continue operating the spinning top while awaiting the completion of aforementioned crumkake.
Yeah, exactly! Hurry up, Big Sis! I practiced a whole bunch yesterday.
Oh, trying to beat me? Not in 100 years.
I performed this trial yesterday. following precise calculation of the force, angle, and time necessary to initiate the spinning operation, I have concluded, so long as I apply sustained force, the spinning top will continue rotating indefinitely. Affirmative. My spinning top ceased rotation only when Aino and Miss Yoimiya fell asleep on the sofa, and I proceeded to cover them with a blanket. Since then, I have assessed that I remain best utilized performing my designated functions, making crumkake, and reminding Aino and Miss Yoimiya to eat. With that said, Aino's emotional state has taken a significant positive shift following Miss Yoimiya's arrival. Inference. She has established a new friendship. This is most favorable.
Just you watch. I'm not gonna launch it into the air again.
It's alright, Aino. No matter how far your top flies, I will always be there to catch it. Also, would you like me to perform a polishing procedure on your spinning top? The impact marks are significant and could interfere with force application.
Whoa! Ineffa, you're amazing! You caught the spinning top even after it went flying!
This is just a minor task. If Aino requires more assistance, I can also retrieve the kite at the top of the workshop and recover the tamari stolen by small animals.
Who would have thought? Looks like toys from Inazuma are a hit here in Nod-Krai too.
So, the wires go here, then there, then here, and then... Ta-da! All done! See? Super easy peasy, right?
Why on earth am I here at this class? Where's Flins? We agreed to come together. Right. I understand. I've gotten written down. All of it.
Writing it down won't do any good. Last time you said you had it memorized, but today you showed up and forgot everything again. Ineffa, confiscate his notebook. You're writing it down from memory now.
What? Wait, let me take one more look.
You have taken multiple looks, but every look is directed somewhere different. I presume that you are attempting to find methods to evade the lesson. Such efforts are futile. All such methods have been rendered ineffective.
But I haven't even said anything.
Your eyes indicate your intent clearly, Mr. Illuga. For instance, you placed a partially finished crumkake in our workshop stove ahead of time. I hypothesized that your plan was to secretly take it out during the practical class to draw Aino's attention. However, I have already removed that crumkake. It can be reheated for consumption after class.
How on earth did you find out?
Mr. Flins has already executed this method once.
What? Flins told me he hid his crumkake in the cabinet. How come he hid it in the stove, too?
Also, you were carrying a bag of crushed small fish, Mr. Illuga. I believe that was an attempt to lure stray cats along the roadside as you walked. You would put the bag under your feet, the kittens would gather around you. Afterwards, you would pick one up and exclaim, "Huh! What a cute kitten!" Upon which Aino's attention would be drawn accordingly. Unfortunately, Mr. Flins has also tried this method before.
Impossible. All small animals are afraid of Flins. They wouldn't dare to get close to him. How in the world?
While he did not lure the small animals here himself, he taught this method to Aino. Subsequently, Aino utilized this method to play with the small animals for an entire afternoon. The lesson for that day had to be cancelled. This time, however, I have already fed all the small animals present in the area. Therefore, this method will also be ineffective.
What do you mean you fed all the animals around here? Even the deer and birds?
Affirmative. In order to preserve the learning environment, I have already fed all the small animals located within the vicinity. Every individual has been attended to. As such, please start writing down the circuit diagram we just covered.
Mr. Illuga. I apologize for intruding upon your studies. Greetings to you all, Miss Aino, Miss Ineffa, Mr. Traveler, Paimon.
He's here! The truant is here!
It is with great regret that I find myself unable to attend your enlightening lectures. However, a matter of absolute urgency necessitates both my own departure and Mr. Itlua's temporary withdrawal from this gathering.
The same non-negotiable reason has again been invoked. A matter of absolute urgency by order of headquarters.
Such is life, full of non-negotiable frustrations. Indeed, that is why we term them so. For they have a frustrating habit of arriving at the most inopportune of moments, catching us quite off guard. Now, young master, let us be on our way.
Mr. Flins, none of those tricks you mentioned earlier worked.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I'll make sure to share some new ones with you next time. Just a pity that after what just happened, another one of my best ones is now off the table for the foreseeable future.
Well, guess we're done. Can I eat krumgake now, Ineffa?
All right. The lecture has concluded, so I'll go heat up the krumkake. Please give me a moment, Aino.
Yay! Krumgake, krumgake, krumgake!
Well, Mr. Flins, now we're completely out of options. Who on earth came up with the idea to have Miss Aino attend the big meeting at headquarters? It couldn't possibly have been her request, could it?
It was me.
You? Please tell me this is part of some new trick.
It certainly is. When a solitary leaf takes to the breeze, it cannot fail but draw the eye. Yet when a multitude of leaves depart in unison, the singular form can no longer be distinguished. Sharp as ever, I see. Still, I must express my great regret for being unable to participate in such an enlightening assembly.
Be that as it may, Mr. Flins, look at all the autumn leaves in this building. I imagine all of them would love to fly away quickly. I can already imagine all their excuses. Stomach aches, headaches, outstanding assignments, emergency deployments. Nope, they've used up all the excuses and left none for me. I mean, good heavens. We once had 20 Ratniki down with stomach aches, 15 who hurt their legs in a fall, 6 struck by fevers, and 8 with urgent matters to attend to. If an outsider saw this, they'd think our headquarters had been raided by the Wild Hunt.
In all fairness to them, if this place were genuinely to face a sudden incursion of the Wild Hunt, I am confident that they'd be here in full force.
Very funny, sir, but I have no intention of attending a meeting with the Wild Hunt.
And neither do I. Yet, as we both know, the Wild Hunt seem to have a special fondness for playing the part of uninvited guests.
Anyhow, I'm usually the only one left in the entire meeting room. And then, I still have to deliver the meeting minutes to the absentees after it's done.
Then I must extend my sincere gratitude for your efforts.
Could you come by yourself next time, then?
As I said before, such frustrations likewise possess an uncanny propensity to show up without invitation.
When can this poor leaf finally drift away?
No need to drift away completely. Just a little further than the nearest leaf.
Thank you, but I'm the leaf nearest to you, aren't I?
Rest assured, young master, we'll all make landfall together. Besides, I'm inclined to believe that no autumn leaf ever falls where it shouldn't.
All right, let me think. My stomach doesn't hurt. My legs are fine, I don't have a fever, and I've no urgent matters to attend to.
Sounds like you're doing pretty well then, all in all.
Repairs complete. It was just an old circuit, nothing serious.
Such remarkable efficiency, Miss Ineffa. If it weren't for you, this streetlight would have had me stumped. If it had proven beyond fixing, I may have had to take my own lantern and hang it in its place.
Aino previously proposed a solution. She said she could train the Ratniki so they'd have the basic knowledge to perform simple tasks, like repairing circuits. That way, you wouldn't need to inform Aino every time a streetlight goes out and then wait in the dark until I arrive to repair it.
Yes and no. Strictly speaking, maintaining the brightness of the lights has been their traditional role. Before the use of kuvaki became widespread, the streetlights were powered by regular oil. Back then, people were needed to light and extinguish the flames. Because of how dangerous said streets were at night, the Ratniki took on this role. They already carried lanterns, in any case, and were adept at using them while fighting. But as I'm sure you've already noticed, the current streetlights are powered by kuvaki, and it's not so easy to light or extinguish them using traditional means. Because of this, whenever a light goes out nowadays, all I can do is stand here helplessly and wait for a professional to come along and solve the problem.
Aino organized an engineering seminar, but all the Ratniki made excuses to leave halfway through. They said things like, "I have an urgent task," or "I need to go on patrol," or "It's time for me to make a report."
I didn't leave. It is, after all, disrespectful to the host to leave a seminar early.
True, but the biscuits you brought were too much of a distraction for Aino. She stopped teaching completely. And then I was so busy trying to stop her from eating that I could not take over the seminar. So please, the next time you attend a class of any kind, don't bring anything sweet that might attract Aino's attention. And don't bring any toys either.
I promise I won't.
Please say it in full. The last time you promised not to bring anything sweet, you brought a toy, and Aino was completely unable to continue.
I promise I won't bring anything sweet, any toys, or anything else that might unduly divert Miss Aino's attention.
That's better. I'll notify you when she next holds an engineering class. For now, I have to pick some Lakkaberries for her. Goodbye.
Traveler, do you know of anything else besides sweet treats, toys, and small fluffy animals that might keep Miss Aino quiet for a while? Half an hour shall suffice. A companion? Oh, that is inspired. Perhaps I should ask Miss Nefer if she can send Miss Jahoda to accompany me. Naturally. The only reason I wish to ask Miss Jahoda to attend is that if I am to swim in the great ocean of knowledge, I'd very much like someone else to enjoy Miss Aino's educational ablutions. Considering the strength of Miss Jahoda's relationship with the two of you, I believe she would be the perfect candidate to go with me. Thank you for remembering my request, Master Tarno. I will be sure to treasure this pocket watch.
There's no need to stand on ceremony, Mr. Flins. If I may be so bold, I'd say this watch is fortunate to have ended up in the hands of someone as discerning as yourself.
Even if that someone turned up to collect it half a month late because he needed more time to get the money, I do hope it won't miss the finer life and flee back to your shop in the middle of the night.
Such a wonderful sense of humor. Even if it wished to escape, I doubt it would get far with a ratnik such as yourself on its tail. Here, I've already wrapped it. It's yours.
My thanks again, dear Master Tarno. Perhaps we can have a drink in the Flagship when you're next free.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Flins.
You could say so. This pocket watch cost me half a month's salary. I suppose that means no more fine liquor for me for the next 2 weeks. In that case, I should paraphrase Master Tarno just now and say, my pleasure, Mr. Traveler. I look forward to your invitation. Is no one here? Well, hello. This is certainly a most joyful encounter. Seeing you lifts my spirits after a somewhat disheartening trip. I wouldn't say anything's the matter, merely that I am dealing with some unexpected circumstances. I recently learned of a collector in Nasha Town who, due to financial concerns, has been obliged to offer a pair of ancient coins for sale. I'm told she's a little eccentric and doesn't reply to letters, so I came out here myself to see if I could arrange a deal. I needed to come to town anyway to pick up some supplies, so I thought I'd pay her a visit on the way. Unfortunately, she doesn't appear to be home. More's the pity. It's just a little hobby of mine. Everyone has something that tickles their fancy, am I right? For me, it's old coins and gemstones. Time is the best filter. Anything that can make it through the sieve of time is almost guaranteed to be of good quality. The style, pattern, and condition of a coin convey a lot of information. They can tell you, for instance, how many moons it has seen before finding its way into my hands. Think about it. A coin may have passed through 10,000 people's hands, brought them happiness or sorrow, and witnessed a multitude of moments in their lives. The weight of time it contains is far heavier than its appearance would suggest. It is a witness to the past and something that has value in the present day, which makes it more than worth collecting. These coins have been stuck in my mind these last few days. What do they look like? What stories can they tell? If I can't meet this collector, I fear all desire to return home shall desert me. Look at me, rambling on about coins without a thought for the friend standing by my side. Let me think of a more interesting topic to make up for boring you just now. Ah, yes. Recently, I purchased a beautiful azure gemstone from a Fontanian merchant. It had long slumbered at the bottom of the ocean until being recovered just some days ago. I was told it was once embedded in the sword of a champion duelist at the court of Fontaine, while another story claims it was a pirate crew's prized treasure. That's exactly what I thought. Whenever a merchant starts waxing lyrical and weaving tales, it's usually a sign that they don't have faith in their wares. Fortunately, I'm very good at appraising a gemstone's true worth, even if its owner hasn't the faintest idea what they're holding. Please, allow me to invite you to my residence once more. I have a feeling you'll appreciate the gem itself, and you may well find my valuation of it quite interesting too. I'll be waiting for you. This collector must be a busy person indeed. There is indeed quite a lot. After accounting for daily necessities and emergency supplies, there's still enough to set aside in case of sudden visits from my colleagues. After all, my personal requirements are modest. It would be a waste not to save the excess and use it to help others in need. Lamp oil, candles, leather, paper, and pens. Oh, and a few bottles of strong liquor, and some emergency food, of course. Judging by your expression, I can tell you're wondering, what emergency food did you buy? Exactly. These supplies need to stand the test of time, so all of this food has undergone special processing. I assure you, unless you're on the brink of starvation, you don't want to try it. The cured meat, for example, is as tough as tree bark, and the biscuits taste like tossed-out newspaper. Even if you soak them in milk or vegetable soup, the best you could hope for is soggy newspaper. Well, there are times when one has no other choice. I've tried to extract nutrients from this food before. Ah, well, Eat might not be the best word to use. I have a somewhat more efficient method. Here, I'll show you. I suppose you could call it cooking with fire. There have been a few more desperate moments when I've been trapped alongside other poor souls. You should know, if I were to use the method I've just shown you in front of my colleagues, it might leave them feeling uneasy. And so I have at such times been forced to attempt to swallow this food, as they would. Though try as I might, I really was unable to swallow it. In the end, I broke it down into smaller pieces, some of which I stuffed into my mouth and some of which I dropped into my lantern when no one was looking. Unfortunately, my colleagues noticed how slowly I was eating and mistook my reluctance for concern, believing I was eating less to allow them more. After that, they patted me on the back and enthusiastically filled my arms with more cured meat and biscuits. Indeed, I was grateful for their noble act of kindness, and can clearly remember the taste of cured meat and biscuits to this day. Gemstones reflect the light differently in different environments. A gem by candlelight flickers like flame, while a jewel beneath the moon seems like a tear-filled eye. There are 1,000 forms to beauty, and gems are cut 1,000 ways. Such is the complexity of things both elegant and timeless. I'm in the habit of collecting these old gemstones. Some are even from other nations. Feel free to enjoy this collection whenever you please. Being as old as they are, they have lost some of their glow and appear a little turbid. They cannot compare with the brilliant luster of a newly cut stone. Do be careful when touching them, so as to not damage them. I've left most of them in their original casing. This is a good one. Here, take this meat for yourself. Mine? Not at all. It belongs to itself. It sometimes brings me old bones to help with my puzzles, that's all. I should be clear. While I don't know what bones these are, I can say for certain they don't belong to any humans who slumber here or elsewhere. Bones are another thing that tickles my fancy. Sometimes when I see one that's a bit unusual, I'll pick it up and add it to my collection. Then when I'm feeling bored, I try to connect all my bones and create something whole. A bit like doing a jigsaw puzzle. You could call it a form of artistic expression. Even though each piece of this bone puzzle picture is unrelated to the next, and indeed they cannot possibly be related, just pondering how best to put them together and create something beautiful is an extremely relaxing process. Then, one day, an uninvited guest intruded on the room where I kept my bone puzzle picture. It was none other than the dog you saw just now. It did. By the time I entered the room, the little intruder had completely dismantled my picture. The second it turned and saw me, it bolted away between my legs. Luckily, all was not lost, as I'd already taken a photo of it. And more than that, now that my old puzzle was dismantled, I was free to construct an even bigger puzzle with my growing collection of bones. Which is how I consoled myself at the time. After all, the damage had been done, so why not look on the bright side? The next day, as I was just about to begin piecing my puzzle together, my four-legged guest returned, and this time it brought a mouthful of bones. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but its intent became clear when it laid its animal bones at my feet and then placed them one by one into my puzzle. After that, it simply sat down and looked at me. After I gave it some cured meat, it got up and left. Ever since then, it's dropped by from time to time to give me bones in exchange for food. I think you might be viewing this with a little too much sentimentality. It's just a dog looking for food, nothing more. I'm a source of sustenance, and luckily for my canine friend, I happen to be relatively generous. Not that that's a bad thing. I view it more as an assistant under my employ. It doesn't speak, and it leaves when I tell it to. That's pretty much everything you could hope for in an assistant. If you'd like, you can give it some meat. Sometimes it sits and waits by your side, which I think probably means it's still hungry. Perhaps it might be a little more friendly with someone such as yourself.
Human with food. Likes bones, but smells scary. Very scary. But gives me food?
Hello there, traveler. Fancy running into you here. I was just out patrolling the area, cleaning up a spot of wild hunt unpleasantness. And now here you are. This is quite a ways from town, and the area's teeming with monsters and the wild hunt. If you need me to escort you back, I'd be more than happy to oblige. Ah, I see. In that case, I'd better not distract you. Well said. And I have witnessed your skills already. But it would be rude not to make the offer, having found you alone in the wilderness. Anyway, I'd best be going. If you do find yourself in need of help, you know where to find me. I'll always be ready to answer when you come knocking on my door.
Did it really go this way? I don't see it anywhere. Ugh, I'm so tired, I can barely take another step. But if I don't find it, Boss Nef's gonna be real miffed. Ugh, stupid cat! Ah! Don't sneak up on me like that! Good thing you're here, though. I don't suppose you've seen a black and white striped cat around here? It's got a huge tail and a blue bow around its neck. Yeah. I don't know why, though. Boss Nef suddenly got it in her head to send me out here on this gig. Said I needed to pay close attention to my surroundings. I told her if she wanted to find a cat, she could just put up a commission at the guild. They're always running around helping people find stuff. But she insisted I go looking myself. I've been wandering around here all day without spotting so much as a strand of fur. If I go back empty-handed, Boss Nef's probably gonna scold me. Ugh, what am I doing yammering away? I need to get back to searching for that blasted cat. Hey, Furball! Where are you?
And in summary, that's the commission we're here for. How's that sound to you, Jahoda?
All the same to me. You should ask yourself one question, though. You want to catch someone in Nod-Krai? How many lives are you prepared to lose for it?
Well, I once read a story. It told me that if I find a deer with divinity, I could use its antlers to take my place for one death. And what do you know? Deer happens to be one of the Inazuman characters in my name, and I've got my own life to spare. That makes 2. Traveler, what a coincidence. What are you doing in Nod-Krai? Another stop on your journey, perhaps? Sharp. I'm here in pursuit of a fugitive who fled Inazuma. He's racked up a real rap sheet, and he's always trying to flee further and further abroad. A few months ago, we received intel that he was hiding out in Nod-Krai and had joined a band of bandits. He soon returned to his usual MO, that is to say, robbing homes and raiding caravans. I think they called themselves the Sea Hook Gang or something. Word is they're quite a big deal in Nod-Krai, and have taken in a fair share of exiled criminals from Cross to Vat. After that, I knocked on the doors of the Curatorium of Secrets, Mora in hand, and asked the boss to get me someone who could point me in the direction of this Sea Hook gang. That's right. Judging by your expression, I'm guessing you're acquainted. I can tell. My intuition tells me that if Jahoda became a thief, even I'd never be able to catch her.
You can cut the chatter. Boss Neff gave me the job, so it's only natural I'd be good at it. But the Sea Hook gang you're looking for isn't the original Sea Hook crew. The original gang's long since disbanded. The people calling themselves that now are just riding on the name and scamming folks left and right. Yeah, I guess I do, huh?
Interesting. This is news to me. Would you mind telling me more about this new gang of imposters, Jahoda?
What's there to tell? New or old, fake or real? The Sea Hook gang are bandits. A bunch of scoundrels who banded together for Mora, then fell out over it. Their old leader wound up thrown overboard as fish food, while the underlings fought among themselves for the scraps. Some died, and others continued their wanderings. The long and short of it is that the old Sea Hook gang are dead, gone, or both.
Wait. Doesn't that mean some of the suspects within could have started going around, committing crimes again?
When a house goes poof, the snakes and rats nestled within find other walls to burrow into. That's just how it is. Nobody wants to die out in the wilderness.
But for all the vermin out there, it's also the perfect time to find a good place to settle down, and maybe get a good roommate along the way. If I were a rat, escaping the snake would mean freedom from being hunted down and eaten. When you think about it, that's a good thing. In any case, you've been most helpful, Jahoda. Thank you for the intel. It seems the Mora spent on your services was well worth it. It's honestly a real load-off to know that these people are just imposters using the Sea Hook gang's name. I'd have had to admit I was in over my head flying solo against the real gang, with its international cohort of goons and all.
Well, wait. You think you can take them on as they are now, all by yourself?
Yeah, more or less. After all, I'm only looking for our Inazuman fugitive. I'm not here to bring the whole gang to justice.
That's a bold statement, but whatever. I'll help you track the imposters down. What happens after? That's got nothing to do with me.
Your kindness is appreciated, but this time I'd rather this be a solo outing. Now, I suppose that's that. I'll leave locating them to you, Jahoda. As for me, I'll get to thinking of how I can haul this scoundrel back to Inazuma and have him confess his crimes. Something that'd get even the toughest gangster to spill his secrets most eagerly.
Okay. You're weirding me out. Huh? That's not the price we agreed on. What do you think you're playing at?
Dear Miss Jahoda, if you manage to return the object of your next commission intact, then I assure you your reward will be paid in full.
It wasn't my fault. How was I supposed to know a bunch of monsters were gonna jump me out of nowhere and knock me into that river?
Might I also ask that you don't spread so much misinformation to our clients when you're escorting them in the future?
I wasn't spreading misinformation. Most of what I said was based firmly on the truth.
The master bandit who has stolen from every town and village in Nod-Krai.
That was just me trying to sound cool. No one told me the client was from the Fontaine Guards. She wouldn't stop questioning me the whole way. That woman takes herself too seriously. No sense of humor at all. I can't believe she asked the guild to revoke my membership.
The fixer who protects all of Nasha Town.
I was talking about Boss Neff. I was telling the client about her.
Regardless, Miss Jahoda, if you wish to take on any more commissions in the future, it would be best.
I know. Be careful what you do and say. Boss Neff's always yammering on at me. But my mouth gets all itchy when I don't use it too long.
Perhaps you could take a few pointers from our experienced adventurer here.
The Traveler? I guess he's not the worst person to learn from. But you're gonna need to wait for me to take this reward back to Boss Neff first. She ain't gonna be happy that it's not the full amount. I feel a lecture coming.
Any updates on the commission from last time? Should be done just about now, right?
Apologies, Mr. Varka. The wine merchants from Mondstadt say they'll need more time to prepare. Also, they have asked me to pass this message on to you. Have you seriously finished the last batch? That cart was huge.
Well, it's not like I'm the only one drinking. That amount of wine is barely enough for 2 banquets. We'll need more. Come on. I timed this down to the second. The Dawn Winery should be reopening the cellar of dandelion wine right around now. As the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt, patronizing their business is about one of my duties. Don't worry, I've left some for them. I didn't clean it all out, or Charles would have nothing to work with. The trouble with long journeys, though, is that wine tends to lose its flavor in the process. Next time I get back, I'll have Charles mix me the strongest drink he's got. Now, who to drink with? Kaya would definitely come if I called. D-Luke? Well, if I can catch him, I'll have a couple of drinks with him, too. Well, might as well get those two to have a drink together, perhaps. What did I tell you? You are, without a doubt, my best drinking buddy in all of Nod-Krai.
You're too kind, Mr. Varka. Truth is, though, I am but a dabbler when it comes to spirits. Yours, my friend, is a truly superior palate.
Ah, Traveler! What impeccable timing. Fancy a drink?
I believe something on the milder side would be suitable for you, Mr. Traveler. As it happens, Mr. Dimyon is away on business. Allow me to prepare your drink in his stead. What'll it be then? Something sweet? Or perhaps with a little tang to it? You seem a little tired. Something tangy to invigorate the senses, maybe. Perhaps a splash of lemon juice.
Can't say I've ever had any sour liquor before. Closest I get is drinking something sour after the alcohol to sober up. Actually, now that I think about it, it's been a long time since I tasted Noelle's hangover soup. She'd always toss in wolf hooks and berry juice. My drinking stamina's really taken a hit without it. The thought of it makes me want to head back to Mondstadt.
Here you go. It may be nameless, but I'm confident it'll lift your spirits. Miss Paimon, allow me to present this freshly squeezed juice. I've included a bit of pulp to further enhance its texture.
Wow! Thank you!
Mr. Varka, have a sip of this.
Oh, I get a serving too? What's this? The sobering up round after the party? This is... Oh, the taste of wolf hook! Where did you even get this? When?
Your longing for Mondstadt is quite evident, and I happen to have an eye for such subtleties. In any case, I trust that this fruit shall bring you some measure of cheer.
Not bad at all. Shame, though. Can't find anyone else to keep me company on marathon drinking sessions here in Nod-Krai. That said, I don't think you've ever quite drunk your fill.
If you're referring to the experience of being utterly absorbed in exquisite wine, allowing one's thoughts to wander freely and relishing the act of doing so, then I suppose... vanishes without a trace. But while certain robust spirits may ignite a blaze, I can't say it's ever really made me feel that way.
Ha! That's only because the stuff we've got isn't strong enough. Like the fire water from Snezhnaya. You've definitely tried that before, right?
Of course. But it's been some time now, so my recollection has grown faint.
I'll get us a barrel one of these days. Then we can drink to our heart's content.
I shall defer to your judgment, Mr. Varka. First, however, allow me to raise a toast to this most pleasant evening encounter.
All right. Ha ha ha! Cheers!
Cheers!
Here's to a delightful evening.
To, the moon! Ha 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 ha!
Indeed, to the moon.
Oh my, fancy meeting you here. Out for a stroll again? Huh, aren't you a busy one these days? Still, running around like this all the time. Remember to take a proper break once in a while, you hear? Swing by my place when you've got a moment. The Knights of Favonius sent over a bunch of stuff again, and there's some for you. Just maybe not right now. I've got to go sort out a little matter with the Lightkeepers. See you next time. Do remember to come pick up that crayon drawing Klee made for you. If only I ran into Flins today. Could have had a good drink. Can't help feeling like the sword's not heavy enough. Feels too light when I swing it. Guess Nod-Krai's forging styles just aren't to my taste. When I get back to Mondstadt, I'll have Wagner add some weight to this. Noelle! Ha ha ha! Yeah, that checks out. She's not used to ordinary weapons either. I even thought I'd try to find some special ore here in Nod-Krai. Bring a one-of-a-kind sword back as a gift. Though, I've spent ages looking and can't find the right stuff anywhere. Looks like I'm heading back empty-handed this time. Anyway, I've heard that Noelle's learning Jean's Gale Blade. That lines up nicely. I'll teach her a trick or two when I head back. If only Noelle could wield dual swords like I do, that'd be perfect. Then I could show her how you can create a gale with just your blade. She's still got a ways to go before she becomes a full-fledged knight, but for now, we could at least think up a proper knightly title for her. Outrider! Lion Fang Knight. What other knights are we missing? Mika? Mika!
Coming, Grandmaster!
Take this letter to the Ratnik headquarters. I've included all the specific tasks and required maps inside. This letter is to be delivered to Miss Nefer at the Curatorium of Secrets. You know how to deliver it. This letter is to be delivered to Mondstadt. There's nothing urgent in there. It can wait. Depart immediately and maintain communication using the same methods and frequency as before. Finally, stay safe on the road. Danger pops up? Run. Can't run fast enough? Shout for help. And if shouting's not enough, run and shout at the same time.
Yes, Grandmaster.
I know those voices. Why, if it isn't Paimon and the Honorary Knight. Praise be to the Animo Archon for this flurry of good news.
Huh? Oh, hey, Glory! What's got you in such a good mood?
Have you heard? The knights who went on expedition are finally returning home. Which means Godwin should be home soon too. It won't be long now before we're together again.
Huh? Don't tell Paimon Godwin still hasn't told Glory about getting separated from the expedition.
Could you help me scatter some more dandelion seeds? I want to thank the Animo Archon for watching over the expedition. Especially Godwin.
Oh, poor girl. Waiting for Godwin all this time? Should we tell her the truth? Or should we have a word with Godwin first?
Is something wrong?
Huh? You want us to help scatter dandelion seeds at the Animo Archon statue, right? Piece of cake! We'll head there right away! How much longer do you think Godwin's gonna keep the truth from Glory? Paimon doesn't want to make her upset, but if we don't tell her... No! She deserves to know! Let's find Godwin and give him a piece of our mind! Huh? Why not? Huh? Varka? And Godwin? Wait, Godwin's back in the city? We need to go speak to him! Hey, Varka! What's Godwin up to now?
Shh! Watch closely. This Knight of Favonius is making the most important decision of his life. Try not to disturb him.
Glory, it's me. I've returned from the expedition safe and sound. I haven't stopped thinking about you this whole time. Oh, no. I can't keep lying to her. Let me think this over. Glory, I have to come clean. I never left Mondstadt in the first place. Oh, no, that's even worse. Saying that will only hurt her more. Oh, I don't know what to do.
Oh, so that's what you meant. Paimon agrees that this is a pretty important decision, but is it really the Grandmaster's responsibility to sort out Knights' love lives, too?
No, not at all. As an organization, the Knights of Favonius does not interfere with personal matters. However, the issue he faces is about more than being a good partner. It's about being a good knight.
I should just tell her the truth. Honesty is a knight's greatest virtue. But Glory is so fragile. What if she can't handle the shock?
Well, it's not all that difficult. Besides, it's not like I'm entirely blameless in the situation either. Back then, I had my hands full preparing for the expedition, so when he suddenly applied for leave, I told him to report to Jean instead. The plan was that he'd rejoin us later. Who could have guessed he'd spend all this time agonizing over how to report back to Jean? Although, I imagine a good chunk of that time was also spent worrying about how to report back to his girlfriend. Naturally, I'll admit I was careless at the time. I didn't set a clear deadline for his report, which may have been part of the reason he spent so much time hesitating. That was my bad. Truth is, hesitation only ever complicates things. Once a day or two has passed, you start to think, well, what's a day or two more? Then, after 3 or 4 days, you start to wonder if your current situation's really so bad after all.
Maybe I should just leave Mondstadt. Then I can pretend I never came back. Yes. Then I can think things over a little longer. Just a day or two more.
At the very least, he should be able to make a decision on his own that aligns with the spirit of chivalry, without me needing to lecture him first. Running away? Don't be silly, what kind of a knight would ever... Wait, what did you say? Running away? Darn it, Godwin! Stop right there!
Uh-oh! Lecture incoming!
Grandmaster?
Hey, Godwin. How can you even call yourself a knight? You were loud and proud when you first confessed your love. Where did that guy disappear to?
Confessed my love? Grandmaster, how do you...
Please, half the Knights of Favonius know about you and Glory. Besides, that's not the point.
The point?
Honorary Knight, tell this scaredy cat what decision a true knight would make. Too right it is, though, in all honesty. See what I did there? A little white lie now and then can be quite harmless, too. See? There's honor in either decision. And yet despite all that, you chose to skedaddle. Whether you choose to maintain Glory's illusion or come clean, as a knight, you should make a decision, follow it through, and bear the responsibility. What were you thinking when you confessed your love? Presumably something along the lines of, does she feel the same? Might she reject me? Truth is, you had no way to know, but you put yourself out there and told her all the same. Now, all you've got to do is muster up that very same courage. The courage to make a decision, whichever one it is.
I don't want to be like this. It's just, whenever I picture Glory's reaction, I lose the courage to make up my mind. Will she be angry or disappointed? Will she forgive me? If it ends up leaving her as conflicted as I am, maybe it would be kindest not to tell her at all. But if I don't tell her now, she'll find out someday anyhow, right? All these thoughts in my head, aren't they just excuses I'm making for myself?
Hey, what are you prattling on about now? You won't achieve anything thinking like this. Instead of getting lost in your own thoughts, how about you just lay it all out on the table? Come on, let's head to the Angel's Share. It's time to give you a refresher course in chivalry.
Can you really train chivalry in a tavern? Oh, looks like there's a long way to go before this situation gets resolved. Isn't that Varka and Glory? Don't tell Paimon Godwin's run away again!
Miss Glory, in accordance with Godwin's personal wishes and the need to keep a small force stationed in Nod-Krai, I'm afraid he'll be away for some time longer. The reason I've come to see you today is to inform you of the situation and to read this letter on Godwin's behalf. My Lady Glory, at this very moment, I am writing to you over a glass of fine wine.
My lady?
Although the Knights of Favonius's expedition has ended, my personal journey continues still.
This letter from Godwin.
Therefore, I have decided to stand fast in Nod-Krai and to continue fighting for the defense of my beloved Mondstadt. I understand this decision may hurt you, and no apology can undo the pain I cause. But please, believe me when I say, my love runs deep and true.
Deep and true. Thank you, Grandmaster Varka, for bringing me this letter. Godwin's resolve. I can feel it clearly. Though being apart may be painful, if this is his decision, I'll wait as long as it takes. May the thousand winds protect you, Godwin.
Haha, don't worry. The situation there is safe now. I'm sure that Godwin will be back before you know it. Well then, Miss Glory, I have other matters to attend to. Farewell, for now.
What's the deal with that letter? Did Godwin really go to Nod-Krai?
He did indeed. Where should I start? After my little refresher course, I gave him 1 day to make his final decision.
Grandmaster, I think I've made up my mind. I can't keep lying to her.
Is that so? Good. I may have said that the Knights of Favonius do not interfere with personal matters, so long as the decisions you make do not impugn the honor of the Knights. But I must say, deep down, I was hoping this would be the path you chose. You don't look so good, though. Rough night, huh?
You can say that again. Even though I made my decision, I wasn't sure of the best way to tell her. In the end, I stayed up all night working on this letter.
Sure didn't skimp on the prep, huh? Come on, let me take a look. I'm sorry, Glory. I must confess my sins. Ha ha ha. Well, I guess that's passable. A hypocrite like myself deserves no forgiveness, much less the honor to remain by your side. What's all this? I don't deserve your forgiveness. Perhaps you deserve someone better. What the heck is this nonsense? Is this your attempt at taking responsibility?
Grandmaster, please, let me explain. I've carefully thought this through. If I tell her more lies, even if she never finds out the truth, I would only grow to despise myself more. Could someone like that truly make her happy? But if I confess everything, I'm sure she'll forgive me and accept me, as despicable as I've been. Because she's so gentle, so understanding. But I can't bring myself to accept her kindness in such a shameful way. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself. I've thought it all through. What decision to make, what the consequences will be, and I think I could bear it all. But even then, no matter what I choose, I'd never be able to forgive myself.
In this state, even if I forced you to face her, I doubt it would do either of you much good. After all these years of patrolling and fighting on the outskirts of Mondstadt, you've covered no less ground than the expedition itself. Come on, how has your resolve gotten so weak?
Perhaps I was beyond saving from the moment I told that first lie to avoid the shame.
Well, if you can't forgive yourself for your lies, then why not turn them into truths? Embark on your own expedition.
My own expedition?
Go to Nod-Krai and temper your resolve. They're short-handed there at the moment anyway. So consider this your punishment for not returning to duty on time.
Nod-Krai? The expedition's final destination?
Go and learn from the expedition forces there what it truly means to be an upstanding knight. Naturally, before your character building begins, you'll need to resolve your affairs in Mondstadt first. Go fetch a pen and paper and write a new letter. This time, I'll dictate and you transcribe. I don't want to read any more of this spineless drivel. My Lady Glory, at this very moment, I am writing to you over a glass of fine wine.
Grandmaster? We don't usually address each other like this. And if I'm going to write about wine, how about the scent of wine on the wind reminds me of you, no matter how far apart.
There's no need for you to add anything. Just write exactly what I say. Now, although the Knights of Favonius's expedition has ended, my personal journey continues still.
All right. I've written so many letters. Maybe it's time I took notes from someone else.
To continue fighting for the defense of my beloved Mondstadt. Ha ha! I really outdid myself with that ending.
Yes, indeed. But I still want to apologize to Glory, at least in some way.
All right, let me think. You could add a postscript.
Something felt off about that whole letter. Except the last bit. different kind of lie?
You think so? Well, the letter genuinely was written by Godwin himself, and he really has gone to Nod-Krai now. As for getting separated from the expedition, well, the letter didn't mention anything about that.
Ugh. So Paimon guess is you didn't technically lie.
Besides, if Godwin were to face Glory now, it would leave an indelible mark on both their hearts. They'd never be able to truly move on. He made an undeniable mistake, one for which he must make amends through his actions, both for the Knights of Favonius and for Glory. Godwin has promised me that once his expedition is over, he will personally confess everything to Glory. As for me, I pray he won't waste this opportunity to become a true knight once again. But that's an understanding we have as fellow Knights of Favonius.
Well, at least he's moving in the right direction.
Don't forget to keep your promise, Godwin.
Yes, just like that. This will be more than enough to assassinate Varka. I'm going to assassinate Varka. I need ideas for assassinating the Grand Master. I went over this with Alice a long while ago. She stands with me, and has even offered several ideas on how I might take him out. Of all her suggestions, this one seemed the most promising. Bring a full cart of Mondstadt's newest dandelion wine all the way here, and then, before Varka's very eyes, tip the entire cart over the cliff. Perhaps the monumental, overwhelming grief will make him collapse, or go drown himself in whatever other wine he can find.
That doesn't sound like it'll work. Wait, no! Don't even think about doing something so horrible.
When writing a novel, the author, naturally, seeks to be as extravagant as possible, especially when writing detective novels. If the opening lacks a striking turn, how is the rest of the plot meant to unfold? Alas, this will be my final attempt at writing detective novels. Oh, I suppose they call them crime novels in Inazuma. In any case, they all tell of crime. There's hardly a meaningful distinction. I also discussed it with Barbie, but our novel writing sessions always evolve into crime planning sessions. Methods of crime and puzzles of deduction. We have explored plenty of those, yet the plot would not advance. The Angel Killer case. Try as they might, the culprit remained elusive. The desperate detective rushed into the crowd, then shouted the revered names of the 4 great rulers at the sky. Whoosh! Pitter-patter. Boom! Detective and murderer reduced to ash.
What kind of writing is that? Doesn't that leave no room for deduction at all?
Of course there is. It was only through painstaking deduction that the detective finally discovered the names of the 4 great rulers, learning also that shouting them at the sky would inevitably reduce one to ash. My point exactly. Simply deducing who the culprit is has become dreadfully unoriginal. The subject of one's deductions must be something more creative. I even thought of having a Seelie detective, an angel who, longing to become a detective, became a Seelie, and by some twist of fate, ended up as a detective's assistant. All Seelies love to guide people, so this one went about leading the detective from case to case. I found the idea rather interesting. Come to think of it, the Seelie detective and the Angel Killer case seem far more interesting than assassinating the Grand Master. Never mind, guess I'll move on to work on that idea then. It's precisely because I overthink every little detail that I've lost interest in continuing. Not to mention the mountain of words I'll have to write. The very thought of penning all those words. Oh, what a hassle. And I can't even get a ghostwriter for this one. I'll just work on the Angel Killer case instead. But how might the detective deduce the truth? Perhaps he could have a conveniently informative dream. Silly detective. Hold on. Why not have the Seelie guide that detective to assassinate the Grand Master instead?
And that's the alchemical transmutation process. What do you think? Would you like to try it yourself?
I still can't remember the formula from just now. If I damage the crafting bench...
For small-scale work like this, failure will only result in the loss of materials. Besides, losing materials is an unavoidable part of learning alchemy. Yes, after all, alchemy counts as common sense in this world. Durin happens to be interested in this too. Although the environment here is somewhat rudimentary, it's good enough to teach some basic formulas.
I wrote down all the formulas Albedo taught me. There are so many numbers and symbols, it feels like I'm trudging through mud.
When it comes to learning, how fast you go isn't what matters. What matters most is laying a solid foundation every step of the way. It looks like we've used up most of our materials. For now, let's head back and retrieve some more.
Okay, let's go with this one, and this one. These are all pretty old, huh? Hey, we're buying so many. You can give us a discount, right? And throw those two at the back into the bundle too. Come on, you've put them out for ages and nobody's bought them anyway. We'll give them a home at half off.
Thank you, Jahoda.
No biggie, it's just a few fairy tale books. Easy peasy. Plus, with me around, you can be sure you're not getting ripped off. But dude, seriously, what are you gonna do with all these? Read them yourself?
I also want to bring them to Hat Guy. He probably hasn't read these books either.
All right, you two really get along, huh? These books are all packed. Here, take them. I've got some things to take care of, so I'll head off now.
Thank you, Jahoda.
Thanking me once is enough. Anyway, I'm going. Catch you next time.
This book looks good. I'll take it. Wrap it up with the two from before.
As you wish, Miss Nefer, though. And do forgive my forthrightness. The author of those other two books really shouldn't be relied on. Even in the Nasha Express, he stands out for how much he likes to run his mouth. Here, look at this. The art of reading others, and then the art of social intercourse. He doesn't even dare use his own name.
Don't worry about it. I'm buying them for that young madam I have working at the curatorium. Hopefully, she might learn a thing or two. Sure, a little light reading won't hurt her. She's so brash and reckless. Why, I can barely send her off on any critical work without feeling ill at ease. Yes, and wouldn't it be interesting to see who's more unreliable? This author or Jahoda? If it turns out to be the latter, well... that would be quite the headache. I'll probably need to encourage her using some other incentive. The people of the academia may be clever, but those clever people simply can't stop themselves from doing stupid things. Thank you, most eminent Lord Sangama Bey, for improving my mood for the whole morning once more. And this bottle of wine from Sumeru. Its exquisite flavor is well worth the price.
As long as you like it, next month I'll be sure to have my subordinates deliver more. Please don't like it, please don't like it! This
bottle is so wallet-smashingly expensive, I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't absolutely have to pave the way for our future collaborations.
1 jug of wine's enough for today. Just put this round on my tab and we'll settle it at the end of the month. Oh, and don't include Jahoda's secret snack order. She's footing that bill herself. I know Dori spent a lot of money trying to get a deal from me. I shan't say no to free drinks, but perhaps it'd be best to leave her some room to wiggle.
No problem. I'll send the bill over in a few days. Am I going crazy? Why is Nefer being so straightforward this time? Don't dwell on it, Dori. Just focus on getting the deal first.
Why so hasty? Please, after all the trust I've placed in you, surely it's unbecoming to fleece a fellow countrywoman over a simple drink? Dori, oh Dori, the deal is yours, but the money? Oh, we're going to split it.
Oh, come now. Even sisters need to settle accounts clearly. Let's put the mora on the table first, so we don't run into trouble down the line. I don't like that look she's giving me. She wants a cut of the deal, doesn't she? That's going to be a pain. How much should I let her have?
Just some hometown gossip. You're welcome to join us if you'd like. However, nothing we've discussed prior has been particularly interesting. Mostly more of the same. But really, I must know, Miss Dori, why did you want to get involved in that fiasco at the Academia? It's a simple feat to lift a sleeping serpent from its nest, but what happens when it wakes up? Had you no fear of getting bitten?
She just won't stop. Why is she bringing this up again? I already answered this question. Wait, now that the Traveler's here, could she be using this information to exchange for some favors down the line? Oh, well, the Traveler's the one listening in. What harm could that do? May as well help our personal relationship along, even if it costs me a secret or two. Why, business, of course. Sometimes you just need to learn how to wrangle snakes. That fiasco gave me one of the biggest orders of my entire career.
Oh, fascinating. So, did you profit from it all? I heard that after Azar fell, a certain group of cowards fled Sumeru. That must have played havoc on your trade routes, with no small amount of goods lost in the process.
Right, and a sizable sum of mora, too. But that's just life as a merchant. You win some, you lose some. Even big losses are small problems. With money, more helping hands can be found and more goods purchased. But I had to retain the ability to do business in Sumeru.
Much like Genius Invocation TCG, then? It doesn't matter if you win or lose or how many cards you have in your hand. Retaining the right to sit at the table and play is a victory in its own right.
That's right. As long as I can still do business, I can recoup my losses eventually. But I'll never leave the card table I sit at. Sumeru, that is. If I did, I'd really be left with nothing.
My. I didn't know you loved your homeland so much.
Well, I love mora, and I'm the best at earning mora in Sumeru.
Your senses are certainly sharp when it comes to business, Miss Dori. Even now you prove yourself worthy of the title you claim. And those cowards who fled will never be able to play at your table ever again.
Huh? Isn't it Skirk? Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? What's Skirk doing here in Nod-Krai? Exactly. And Dori's here too. We should go over and say hi.
Well, my. Such an exquisite radiant exoskeleton. Come, let me take a closer look, so I can make sure to offer you a fair price. Please, take a seat and rest a while. If you have anything you'd like to eat or drink, I'd be more than happy to.
Let's not waste time. Just tell me how much you're offering.
Of course, of course. Just a moment, just a moment. Remarkable. Not so much as a scratch. Even the very best bounty hunters would struggle to retrieve a radiant exoskeleton of such quality.
Skirk! Dori! What are you two doing here?
I came to look around Nod-Krai, and thought I'd take the opportunity to make a little mora.
What's this? My most valued customer is already acquainted with my most valued customer?
Is Paimon hearing things? Or did you just say most valued customer twice?
Naturally, my most valued customers are equally valued, so you both receive my most effusive enthusiasm. Please, rest here a moment while I work the price out.
You've gotten stronger. It seems you haven't neglected your training since we last met. I see. Nod-Krai is home to many worthy opponents. Should you overcome this trial, your strength will increase further still.
So, how have you been, Skirk? When we last saw you, you said fate would decide how we'd meet again. Well, Paimon didn't think it would decide so quickly.
Was it quick? It's felt like a very long time to me. My life will experience little change until a true turning point arrives. But as for you, you are at a pivotal point in your journey. Have care. Victory and defeat are seldom long-lived.
Excuse me, dear customer. After careful consideration, I'm prepared to offer you 6 million mora for these radiant exoskeletons. I assure you that this is the fairest possible price. While you might be able to sell a single item for 700,000 or so, when it comes to buying in bulk.
I'll take half of that in cash. I won't be staying long, so there's no point carrying around more money than I need. As for the other half, give it to these two in the form of food or supplies. You should have plenty of both in your stores.
Of course. I can see my most valued customers enjoy a very close relationship. Here's your mora. Please, do stop by again.
I'll be going then. Until next time.
Huh? Won't you stay for a chat? Oh, she's gone again. That's Skirk.
That's just how she is, sweeping in and out like a sudden gust of wind. I'm used to it by now.
Hey, that reminds Paimon. You haven't forgotten her somehow? Even though you've done lots of business together before? What's the deal with that?
Huh? What do you mean? The all-knowing Lord Sangama Bay keeps every customer near and dear to her heart. Fine, if you must know, she's not really my customer, but rather a guest of Miss Alice, my supplier. Miss Alice introduced her to me, and now she drops by from time to time to do business. She's the perfect customer. She always brings quality goods and doesn't care too much about the price.
Whoa! That's one suspicious-looking grin. You're not ripping her off, are you?
Ridiculous! A strong, mysterious customer like that who brings me valuable items? I practically worship the ground she walks on. Dori's Divine Bazaar is a fair and reputable business. Now, I promised I'd supply you with food, so it's about time I start hunting for ingredients. 3 million mora. What can I find that's worth 3 million mora? It looks like I'm going to have to dig out something very special indeed.
All 15 samples have been collected and encased in low-temperature vessels. 2 layers, 1 metal, 1 ceramic, ready to be shipped tonight.
Take them to the Flowerfeather clan via express ship. From there, get them on priority shipping using the courier's Blue Bolt service. Once they reach the northern edge of the Children of Echoes, transfer them to another boat that'll go east and arrive at Ilong Wharf through a special customs checkpoint. Speed is of the essence.
Got it. A combination of Plan B3 and Plan C2, then. Uh-huh. It's the Traveler. How did you do that? It's like you just appeared right there without even making the slightest noise.
Don't be nervous. Just treat him like he's your boss. Interesting timing. Traveler, meet Cyro. She's with us.
I'll leave you to it then. Miss Yelan, I'll ensure everything is arranged to your specifications.
They're plant and mineral samples containing Kuvaki. I'm sending them back to Liyue for the Ministry of Civil Affairs to analyze. Nothing escapes you. There are also some pictures relating to the Fatui among these samples. These show their research facilities, their current weaponry, and the distribution of their camps. Liyue is a long way from Nod-Krai, but it never hurts to be prepared. It's one of the reasons, but I'm also here to purchase some intel from Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets. Dealing with her always requires a lot of preparation, both mental and financial. Have you ever heard of the Northern Intelligence Network? It's essentially a forum for intel exchange, a loosely structured organization with no real rules or regulations. But you can find well-connected people from all walks of life there who are willing to trade information, as long as you can pay their price. Nefer currently represents this Northern Intelligence Network, and the Curatorium she operates is its primary point of sale. If intel was all they sold, that would be one thing. But it's said the network has spies planted in every region, and that they're always on the lookout for even more informants. In no small part thanks to the efforts of my colleagues, the network's tendrils have been unable to take hold in Liyue. It doesn't matter if they send official representatives or smuggle in spies. They are met with a polite but firm rejection every time. I imagine that we must be one of the very few unknowns remaining on their map of the world. Business is business, and Mora talks. She's not one to say no to a big bag of coins. Other factors notwithstanding, I'm a valuable customer. The Northern Intelligence Network has plenty of information that only I'm willing to buy. Well done for picking up on my phrasing. You're getting good at finding clues. Up until now, all of my dealings with the network have been of a personal nature. The Ministry has nothing to do with it. Of course. Let's just say I have lots of influence. Mora. Lots and lots of Mora. More than enough to influence dear Lady Nefer. With someone like her, it's better to spend a little Mora than to end up owing a favor. It's important to remain vigilant in your dealings with her. She's not an easy person to deal with. If you ever see us together, chances are we're conducting business. If you have any trust in me at all, then cover your ears and stay out of it. That'll save you a whole world of trouble. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I still have some preparations to make. Goodbye for now. Oh, and Traveler, before I go, if you don't mind me saying, you may wish to return to Liyue for a cup of tea. Even if stray winds blow, the mountains of Liyue should shield you while you drink.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler. It's been a while for sure. Didn't expect to see you in Nod-Krai. Oh, if only. Nod-Krai's even more lawless than I could have imagined. How should I put it? Well, that's just it. This place is quite literally a lawless land. Even if I was hired to provide legal assistance, I suspect it'd all devolve into everyone resorting to the Final Defense Manifesto to air their grievances. Ta-da! Here's your answer. The most direct method of self-defense. Okay, enough of that. The reason I came to Nod-Krai is to gather material for the new legal guidebook I'm co-authoring with Shinobu. The book's theme centers on the borders of law, and one of its chapters is about what happens when law and order completely breaks down. There's no way I'd be able to get an accurate picture of that back in Liyue,
So here I am, this infamous land of lawlessness. As soon as I stepped into Nod-Krai, I knew I was in the right place. It's not like the law here has broken down. It's more like it never existed at all. And unsurprisingly, I haven't run into a single person in my line of work. Being a legal consultant here is probably an easy way to starve. Hey, don't worry. I've got Adeptus blood, remember? Ordinary bandits can't even scratch me. In fact, I'm kind of waiting for someone to come and accost me. Then I can drag them aside and interview them on how they survive in such a hostile place. Yeah, you have no idea. I spent so long convincing her to let me leave. I'm sure my horns grew out a little. Why, yes, we talked it through. I definitely did. Yes? Yeah. Granny just loves me to bits, you know, and we spoke for ages. Anyway, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got an appointment with, the Curatorium of Secrets, that's it. So, without further ado, I'll be getting a move on. See you! Bye!
Miss, are those antlers on your head?
Wow, they look just like deer antlers.
I bet they are. Just like us Frost Moon Scions.
Yeah, Our Lady Moonchanter, Miss Lauma, also has a pair of really pretty antlers.
I don't fully understand what's going on, but I'm quite sure my horns and hers aren't the same thing.
I know! Miss Lauma's horns go up and yours go down. Wow! Are you also a Moonchanter, miss?
Moonchanter? Well, I don't think I am. Moonchanter? That's a foreign term to me. I think Granny once mentioned an Adeptus who is related to the moon, but I don't think they were a Moonchanter, were they? Oh, no, wait! Granny told me not to tell outsiders about Adepti. So, what should I say to these kids?
But your horns are just as pretty as hers.
Miss, can you talk to animals like Miss Lauma can?
Oh, hey! My savior's here! Hey, traveler! Over here! Let's skip that first. I need you to save me right now. If these kids keep asking me questions, I won't be able to hide my identity as an Adeptus for much longer.
Ina, Kari, it's good to be welcoming to our guests, but if you ask too many questions, you may come off as impolite.
Miss Lauma! Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Longhorn Miss. We asked too many questions.
Sorry. It's just that we've never seen someone from outside the Scions with horns, so...
All right. Come, Ina, Kari. You two should go home. I saw your parents on the way here. They must be worried sick searching for you.
They're searching? Oh no! It's way past dinner time!
We're dead meat. Daddy's going to scold me. Bye-bye, Miss Lauma. And bye-bye, Longhorned Miss.
Thanks for your help, Lauma. I don't know how I would have wriggled out of this otherwise. I should have stayed in the library to search for information like you advised. Didn't think I'd be ambushed the instant I stepped outside.
No need to blame yourself, Yanfei. The children are merely curious beyond their years and unaccustomed to seeing outsiders with horns. I apologize on their behalf for the discourtesy. It's fortunate that the Finches came to tell me you were surrounded by Ina and Kari. It seems my arrival proved timely.
It's all right. I should have known better.
That we are. Yanfei came to visit us Frostmoon's scions 2 days ago, saying that she wished to gather some reading materials. Since she came to study, I invited her to stay.
Lauma's been a big help. I've gleaned lots of valuable information from the Scion's library. Maybe even stuff that'll give Shinobu a surprise.
You're too kind, Yanfei. You were merely although I do not understand these borders of law you mentioned. As long as your time here has proven fruitful, then all is well.
The borders of law are essentially... On second thought, it's not the sort of thing where a short explanation will suffice. Once the book's done, we'll just send you a few copies. It should be clear once you read it. It's a universal law book that should be concise, engaging, informative, and easy to understand. We'll cover legal concepts, as well as the regulations present in many nations.
Is that so? Well, then I look forward to reading your work, Yanfei. I believe the children will be interested too.
I promise it'll be interesting. I guess I should head back to the library and continue my transcribing for now. See you both around.
I hope our Adeptus finds what she's looking for. She told me everything on her first visit. I must admit, seeing an Adeptus with horns fills me with a sense of familiarity. I listened to her many stories of Liyue's Adepti, and in exchange I granted her access to our library. In that, she has thus far proved most rule-abiding. A praiseworthy virtue, I must say. Is that so? Well, that's wonderful. She did mention a certain white horse Adeptus while telling me of Liyue's legends. If memory serves, our books do chronicle a divine envoy who once dwelled on the moon. Now, do not concern yourself overly with a mere flight of fancy on my part. But now that we have broached the subject, far apart though Liyue and Nod-Krai might be, both have always bathed in the moonlight. I pray that the people of Liyue may also be blessed by the moon, and lead lives of peace and prosperity. It's you, traveler. I trust you're well. No, that's not it at all. It's just, my antlers are quite heavy. I almost toppled over. It gave me quite a shock. Indeed it does. As you've seen, my antlers are bigger than everyone else's. It can get quite exhausting whenever I have to walk long distances. Which is why I try to find the time to come here and rest, whenever I can. I fear I must have nodded off this time, however. I'm afraid nothing much helps beyond finding somewhere to sit down every now and then and taking a rest. Miss Aino once offered to produce a mechanical device that would help support my neck and antlers. While I was grateful, it didn't seem to be entirely... how should I put it? Yes, that's a fine choice of word. Someone in my role needs to maintain a certain image. As Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions, it would be unseemly to appear in public with a machine around my neck. Indeed. That's actually... I must say I found that quite the amusing mental image. Thank you. A good laugh was exactly what I needed to chase the tiredness away. Don't be a stranger. Feel free to drop by whenever you're passing through. I'll make sure we have all the fresh fruit you can eat.
Illuga, can't you just, sneak up behind those monsters with me and BAM! Take them all down? I can act 3 times in a round, and there are only 4 monsters in total. I'll take 3 down. You just gotta handle the last one.
I can draw the monster's attention from the front, but sneak attacks...
Well, there isn't much we can do. Illuga's a Lock Knight who chose the Goblet of Justice.
Indeed. If Illuga were to strike from behind, he would be forced to become an Oathbreaker Knight. A significant penalty would apply to all actions going forward.
Oof, that's not good. If we don't defeat all these monsters in one go, those explosives are going to blow us sky high.
There's another way. I can use Raging Torrent to dash straight into the thick of it, then detonate the explosives.
No, that won't do it all. Your character would get wiped out that way. We finally managed to gather the party and have such a lovely time together. It would be such a shame if you were the only one who got wiped out.
But if we don't do this, the character that you've been playing for so long might get wiped out too, Miss Navia. Wouldn't that be worse?
I only just started playing. Please don't.
Wait, I've got another trick up my sleeve.
Navia, put that krumkake away.
Uh-oh, that move was blocked too.
These pieces on the table, and the stuff you were saying just now, you're playing...
A savior has arrived! Right on time! Quick, come join us! Clorand, this doesn't count as violating the rules, right?
If he's willing to join us. Oh, by the way, we're currently playing on easy mode to accommodate the newcomers.
Traveler, would you like to continue the adventure with us? You definitely would, right?
Oh, come on. Any more questions and those explosives are gonna send us flying!
Good. Since you haven't played a script for a while now, you may have one chance to reselect your skills. The skills you can modify are cooking and medicine. What do you think? Would you like to make any changes? Very well. In that case, you wish to learn the medicine skill, yes? Very well then. Let the game continue. Just when everyone was at their wits' end, a familiar voice rang out from behind them.
Long time no see, everyone. Looks like you need my help.
By the way, what are you doing here? Could it be that you heard our summons?
That kind of makes him sound like a summoned spirit. Well, not that he doesn't fit the part.
Indeed. You have called, and I must answer.
Guess that means I was randomly dragged into this game.
As expected of the veteran player Miss Navia mentioned before, they got into character instantly.
Though the Marachose hunters had much they wished to share with one another, at this moment, the joy of reunion must yield to the crisis at hand. Now then, the combat round continues. You have the first turn. Also, since we have a new member joining us, I'll be adding some dark cards to boost the enemy's various abilities.
The Traveler isn't a sudden addition. He's been traveling with us all along. We've just, parted for a short while, that's all. Totally normal.
I've already counted the dark cards. You should start discussing your tactics.
You're so strict, Clorand. Anyway, let's stick to the original strategy. Now that we have the Traveler with us, we have enough people. Illuga and I will hold the line out front against the monster's assault. Jahoda, Traveler,
You circle around the back and take them all down in one swoop. All right, leave it to me. We Masters of Chi get huge damage boosts when attacking from behind. But why are you a doctor? How's a doctor gonna perform a sneak attack?
Your medicine box does indeed contain items with high toxicity and anesthetic properties.
So that's how it is. Oh, these tabletop troop games really are complicated. Oh, you gotta have a lot of imagination. Coming up with a strategy already, huh? Nice work, Traveler. But let me say one more thing. Illuga, don't go charging in alone this time.
I understand. A Lock Knight's duty is to protect their companions and be their shield. Sorry, I always can't help myself.
Oh, don't worry about it. I can act 3 times in a round, so I'll definitely keep up with you. Just play however you want. All right, Illuga. We'll be counting on you.
Then I shall use the skill attached to the Lock Knight's shield, Wrath of Righteousness.
The Lock Knight raised their shield, chanting the knight's creed out loud. The monsters were completely captivated by the radiance of justice, and the fearless knight standing within that light. Meanwhile, the 2 companions lying in wait behind the foe seized this opportunity, preparing to launch their attack.
You take the first swing, I'll hit right after.
The Marashose hunter reached into their medicine box and skillfully concocted an anesthetic potion. He stealthily rolled the potion towards the enemy's feet. In an instant, the unsuspecting foes fell, unconscious.
Nice! Okay, next Right, gotta use Swift as Wind to close the distance, then use 4 element strike from behind. That hurts! Who bit my leg? Huh? Ashru? What are you doing here? Is it this late already? Oh no! I completely forgot the task that Boss Neff asked me to handle! I'm sorry! I can't play right now! Ashru! Wait for me! Hey! Why are you running off so fast?
Well, it seems we'll have to end our game here for today. Navia, put the monster sign back where it was. I saw that. Well, that's quite a long story. If we get the chance, we can sit down and discuss it in detail.
Actually, didn't Illuga say he wanted to invite a colleague to play with us? Since this game's paused anyway, why don't we take this chance to go find him? The more people we have, the more fun we'll have.
Mr. Flins? Yeah, I'm sure he'll play with us if we go look for him.
Oh, that's perfect. Come on, let's go buy him some gifts first, and then pay him a visit in person.
Traveler, we'll let you know once we're ready.
When the time comes, you have to continue the adventure with us. That's my trusty companion for you. Now, let's go pay Mr. Flins a visit. What kind of gift should we get him?
First, keep smiling. And when clients arrive, remember to greet them. Then, introduce designs and colors to them based on their needs. Well, that's everything memorized. We should be fine now, alright? Come on, Kachina. Moalani's put her trust in you, so you can't mess this up. You can do it! You totally can! Welcome to Leisurely Puffer Water Sports Shop! Huh? Traveler, it's you! Well, Moalani's gonna be leading tours over the next couple of days. She'll have to start prep work today, in fact. So that left the shop without staff. Now, she did say that closing it for a while would be okay. But since I happen to be free, I thought I'd do something for a friend. And I might open a cake shop someday. So getting some experience now couldn't hurt. Thanks for the encouragement. Moalani said something similar before. I know I can do this. Sure. See you later. Delicious. Hey, Kanich, what are you idling around for? Come forth and serve the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahulao, some more Canepa berry juice at once!
Busy right now.
Baloney! You're not doing a thing right now! Kachina will be fine. Serving your lord drinks is a far more pressing issue.
Not if there's none left.
What? How could it have gone so fast? Ugh, I've barely had a few sips. Wasn't there a whole bottle? You drank some behind my back, didn't you, Kanich?
Not that there was any need.
Why, you stubborn brat! Anyway, hurry up and find that little rascal Mualani and have her bring 3 more pictures of juice as tribute to our eminent personage! This was barely enough to wet our royal lips!
Come on. Let's go say hello. We meet again, traveler. Yeah. Mualani asked me to keep an eye on her while she minds the shop alone.
She asked both of us, you self-centered little minion! The almighty Dragon Lord and his accomplishments shall not be overlooked!
Then let all know that the mighty Ahau spent all our advance payment before we could even finish the commission.
Kanich, you little...
Seems like our job is done. It's about time for us to...
Huh? Leaving so soon? Not on my watch. Good thing I sped up my preparations and got back early. Just a little worried, you know. But since we've run into each other, let's go grab some dinner together to celebrate Kachina's first time managing a shop solo. Traveler, you should join us too. Look! Kachina spotted us! Oh, and by the way, there will be lots of iced Canepa berry juice at the dinner. My treat.
Ahem! Then I, Kahulao, shall deign to accept this invitation.
Let's go then.
Yay! Kachina! Over here! Over here! Coming, Moalani!
Huh? Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? The person sitting behind the desk is... Nuh-uh, that's not right. This is clearly... What on earth are you talking about? Sorry, Passive. He's not quite himself right now. Morning, noon, night, Passive! Hello to you too, Passive. Still, what are you doing here in the Fortress of Meropide? What bad things could Passive do? Cause a mass Tidalga extinction in Fontaine? Big bright light! Melusine! Passive. Hungry. Paimon doesn't know what that big bright light is, but we can deal with the hunger problem at least. Traveler, you must have something yummy in your bag. Why don't we... Ryo!
Ryo, right here. I see we have some unexpected guests. Welcome. Just give me a moment to put my things down. How times change, huh? Me of all people diving into the water to hunt for food.
Paimon sure didn't expect you to do that personally, Your Grace.
I don't actually mind. Nothing wrong with the occasional swim. It's good exercise, and if I'm lucky, I even get a free otter show out of it.
Right! Almost forgot how idle you can be sometimes.
Ah, so that's her name. Passive. I like it. It sounds leisurely. Just hearing it said out loud makes me feel relaxed. Oh, but to answer your question, basically, Miss Passive lingered a little too long under the searchlight and got herself captured by some overzealous guards. I suspect she was too busy admiring the nearby Tadalga to notice the trap closing in around her. You should be more careful in the future, Passive. Don't forget, some fish out there use lights on their heads as bait to snare their prey. If you're hunting Tadalga, there's a good chance an anglerfish is hunting you.
Passive?
Can't understand what I'm saying, huh? Well, not to worry. Someone that can translate will be here shortly.
Who?
I believe you're already acquainted. He sometimes goes by New Valet. Well, what do you know? I have a knack for this. I understood who she was talking about right away. Not that it was hard to guess. Makes sense that a Melusine would know Neuvillette. Still, I've never met a Melusine who eats Tadalga, speaks in riddles, and even uses Melusine to express negation.
Ah, well, about that.
Where?
Sorry to keep everyone waiting. I trust I am not late?
Ah, Neuvillette. Of course not. Whenever you deem fit to grace us with your presence is always the perfect time. Miss Passive is waiting for you.
Take your time, finish your food. We will talk afterwards.
Oh, this looks just like a parent finding their lost child in the park.
That's about right, actually. He's only here because I broadcasted a missing person notice throughout all of Fontaine.
It seems we are in fine spirits today. These jokes are certainly imaginative.
Seeing Passive safe and well seems to have put you in good spirits too. She must be very important to you.
Since there are no outsiders here, I'll get right to the point. Despite appearances, she is quite different from other Melusines.
That explains it. So that's why Passive expresses herself in such a unique way. You see, this is why it's always worth striving to stay alive as long as possible. To hear stories from those who have lived longer than you about things you never knew.
Passive!
It seems Miss Passive agrees as well.
Indeed. Thank you very much for taking care of her.
My pleasure. And thanks to you all, I now have ample reason to give my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute a little task. I'm hoping they can add some ID verification functionality to our big bright lights. I mean, of all the ways to invite our friends at the fortress to come and visit, this doesn't seem like the most sustainable long-term strategy.
You're right. Even we get picked up from time to time while passing by.
Don't get your hopes up. I'm just hoping I get to see it before I die.
Until the process is complete, I shall inform the Melusines to avoid any such big bright lights when passing through. I shall do the same.
Sounds good. I'm sure you'll manage.
Apologies for the inconvenience. In any case, I cannot stay long, so I shall take my leave together with Passive. If there are other matters to discuss, let us meet above the surface.
Understood.
Passive, come! Goodbye, Ryo!
Bio from Ryo. See you next time. Oh dear. I forgot to have Neuvillette explain the anglerfish metaphor to Passive. And I didn't get to ask about Enkanomiya either. Well, never mind, there's no rush. I'll write him a letter when I send the documents over.
I've already organized all the materials related to the products and the business premises. Considering that the standard procedure of applying for the business license can take some time, I recommend that you coordinate with your partner in Fontaine as soon as possible to decide on a timing for handling the paperwork.
Oh dear. There I was, so caught up in choosing the new store location that I almost forgot about this. Almost messed up big time.
Please don't panic. According to the schedule we drew up, there's still ample buffer time.
Miss Kukishinobu, you truly are a professional consultant. If it weren't for your help, I don't know how many pitfalls I might have fallen into on my first overseas business venture.
Oh, you're too kind. I'm simply doing my duty. I've accepted your commission. It is my responsibility to oversee every detail. As for the next phase of our marketing strategy, I have a fairly clear picture of our target audience, but I'll still need some time to scope out the competition.
Of course! I really appreciate it. I'll check in with my partner first. We will reconvene once a suitable time has been arranged.
All right, feel free to contact me anytime. Traveler! What a coincidence running into you here. How have you been lately? Yes, a business owner wants to promote Inazuman's specialties in Fontaine, so she engaged me as a consultant. I'm also helping to draft the business plan, which brings me here on this business trip to assist with local procedures. It's a good chance to conduct market research, too. Speaking of which, this business owner is quite generous. After learning about the gang's situation, she volunteered to cover travel expenses for the other members, too. That's right, we came here together. Let me check the time. They should be underwater by now. Yes, underwater. Meaning the Fortress of Meripede.
Whoa! Woohoo! Man, the water feels great. Pretty quick for such a teensy little ship, huh? But did you really think Arataki, the man Ito, was gonna lose to some boat? Akira, Mamoru, get in the water quick! Last one to catch that boat's a rotten egg. Not gonna be me, though. Hey! Do you even know how to swim, Genta? 'Cause splashing water in my mouth is not how you do it! Boss, wait! I still haven't learned...
Please refrain from swimming in the Aqua Rail waterway, passengers. It is very dangerous. I repeat, foreign tourists must also comply with local laws. Passengers are not to swim in the Aqua Rail waterway. This is a violation of the Aqua Rail Traffic Safety Act. Does anyone happen to know that very tall gentleman over there? Could you please help convince him to board the boat? Otherwise...
I apologize, Miss Melazine, for causing you trouble. I'll fish them out right away.
Mont, good thing you're here.
Understood. Hey you, big guy. Your behavior constitutes a serious threat to public transportation safety. I'm going to need you to come with me.
Huh? What, you got any proof? Who's been threatened? Everyone looks perfectly fine to me. You know, I've got a top-notch lawyer on my side. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Besides, even that Tengu warrior everyone's so scared of back home in Inazuma can't do nothing to me. How's a shorty like you supposed to bring me in?
Shorty? That's really mean. Monsieur Neuvillette said I'm perfectly capable of doing any job I set my mind to. Ew, I'm going to arrest you right now!
Can it, boss? Officer Melazine, I will cooperate and provide eyewitness testimony.
Hey, Shinobu! Aren't we supposed to be on the same team? How could you...
This isn't a big deal right now, but if you don't cooperate, this'll only escalate further. Wouldn't want to make a fool of yourself while we're overseas now, would you?
First, you switch sides, then you go and hit him a home run right out of the gate.
All done, Officer Melazine. You can take them now. They won't give you any trouble.
Boss! Wherever you go, we'll follow!
That about sums it up. It's not that serious. Their detention period will be just about over when I finish my business here. I'll just pick them up on the way back to Inazuma. This is nothing. I'm used to it. I hear the Fortress of Meripede has a different management style from the Commission's detention cells. It'll be a good opportunity for the boss to broaden his horizons. Oh, are you free later? I'm planning to go pick out some gifts for Yanfei and Miss Kujo. I'd appreciate it if you could provide a second opinion. Thank you for your help. Just a moment. Ushi! Come on, we should get going. Ushi has always had his own principles. He never gets involved in anything the gang does that's unreasonable or against the law. He also helps handle all sorts of errands within the gang. For example, Ushi was basically in charge of packing for this business trip. I once advised him that he didn't need to force himself to stay by the boss's side. With his talents, he could accomplish much greater things. But Ushi seems to have his own plans, and, well, I trust his judgment.
So, that guest from Natlan inspired your new hymn?
I was practicing outside the city and had just finished a high note when I saw a fluffy tail drooping from a tree. For a moment, I thought I'd seen a wild beast. But upon closer inspection, it was just Miss Shalonen from Natlan.
Wasn't Shalonen taking naps in the library before? Why'd she switch back to trees again?
Well, she said she was worried about disturbing others by sleeping in the library, so she wanted to find a more deserted spot. But in the end, I guess she ended up being the one who was disturbed instead.
Oh, don't you worry, Miss Barbara. I doubt your voice could ever disturb anyone. Why else would she have helped you adjust the rhythm of that hymn to the Anemo Archon?
She's just so nice. Even though she was yawning the whole time, she gave me tons of useful suggestions. It's just a shame we don't have a dance-off stage in Mondstadt. Then we could use it to test those instruments she was talking about. Really? Oh, that's wonderful. I haven't visited other nations much up till now. But before that, let me polish off this new hymn to the Anemo Archon. I shouldn't waste all the help Miss Shalonen and that bard Venti have given me. Traveler, Paimon, remember to come listen to me sing. You too, Dahlia. And Venti as well, I guess. As long as he hasn't had too much to drink.
That won't be a problem. I'm sure Venti rates your songs more highly than any old fine wine.
But I almost never see him without a bottle in his hand. Oh, may the Anemo Archon watch over him. He has such talent. If only he'd put it to better use.
The way I see it, the Anemo Archon does look out for him. Out of all of my friends, he's one of the freest people I know. Anyway, it's almost time for confession. If you'll excuse me. Well, Cardinal Seamus is back at the cathedral, as you might have heard. It's not every day that an opportunity to confess to him comes around. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Cardinal Seamus? Oh, right! He's that Cardinal of Daybreak guy Varka was talking about. The one who went with him on his expedition to Nod-Krai. Paimon heard that the expedition members were heading back to Mondstadt, but she didn't expect them to be back so soon.
Yes, he's my father. Jean's too.
May the Anemo Archon protect you, Deacon Dahlia. It has been some time since we last met. I did not expect your first request to be for me to hear your confession.
You are the closest to our god here in the Church of Favonius. I would be honored to have you hear it.
I suspect that I am in truth furthest away. How else would I be able to see his divine glory in full?
Is that so? I thought you might say that each of us should try our best to draw nearer to him, for the eye of the hurricane is often the quietest spot of all.
I believe that Barbados, in his mercy, will not allow the hurricane to sweep through Mondstadt. Amidst the warm breezes he sends, what we should do is go beyond our city's walls and enjoy his many blessings.
Well, you certainly did that. But the winds in Nod-Krai must be much colder than those in Mondstadt.
Of course. And it's not as if the wind that blows through that land is Favonian in nature. We seem to have visitors outside. Deaconess Barbara among them. Are they here for confession as well?
Indeed. In a way, though, I suspect I'm better suited than she is to be the first to seek confession from you.
Deaconess Barbara is a diligent sister. May the Anemo Archon protect her as well. If you would be so kind, please pass on the message that I will hear her confession anytime.
Could you not tell her yourself, sir?
I have thought about this as well, Deacon Dahlia. But a wind that has been away from home so long must take its time to find the flowers it once nurtured.
So, the first thing you did was to wait here at the cathedral?
I went home as soon as I could, but Jean was working overtime at the Knight's headquarters and Barbara had already gone to the cathedral, so... Anyway, you may begin, Deacon Dahlia.
Bless me, Anemo Archon, for I have sinned. It has been 2 weeks since my last confession. I just lied to Deaconess Barbara, hiding the truth that Venti is in fact Barbados from her.
You can tell her the truth, you know. Barbados said so himself.
I actually did. But she warned me that I'd be picking every last weed from the cathedral's front lawn if I said that again. Maybe you could give it a try?
For the sake of our bond as parent and child, perhaps it might be best if Barbados revealed that truth to the faithful in person. Anyway, Deacon Dahlia, please, continue.
5 days ago, I offended the Archon by accidentally losing to Venti in a game of Genius Invocation TCG. According to the rules we set, if he won, I would treat him to a drink. But if he lost, he'd treat himself to 2 drinks as punishment.
I am sure you upheld the virtue of honesty with regard to this rule, and ensured that Venti did so as well.
Indeed I did. Following his victory, I confessed to him right there and then, before treating him to 3 drinks. He absolved me, along with the others drinking nearby who were egging us on.
May he absolve us all, especially Charles. Out of any of us, he offends our Archon the most.
Finally, I confess to an act of laziness that took place 7 days ago. While working alongside Sister Rosaria and Deaconess Barbara, Rosaria and I sneaked off to grab a drink.
Should you not, therefore, be confessing to day drinking as well?
No, I myself did not drink wine. Sister Rosaria drank double, and Charles served me some juice on the side.
The sin of drinking immoderately in the day, then. What about Deaconess Barbara?
She had finished plucking the weeds by the time we returned, and had already made a start on wiping the windows. I brought her some juice.
And you and Sister Rosaria observed the principle of kindness and generosity by taking the cloth from her hands, I trust?
We did. Sister Rosaria and I finished the rest together.
Thank you. If word had reached Frederica that Barbara had been made to wipe all the windows in the cathedral by herself, she'd come and flip my desk right over.
Well, a shame that she's still out on her mission, so she can't come to see you right now. Anyway, that concludes my confession, Cardinal.
All right. In that case, copy the Favonian liturgy 3 times and the proverb 6. May the Animo Archon protect you, Deacon Dahlia.
May he protect us all. That said, are you also unaware of Miss Frederica's whereabouts? I recall that you and Mr. Varka set off for Nod-Krai together. Ah, by the way, I must also confess, I'm asking this on Deaconess Barbara's behalf.
Perhaps Varka might know. But considering how dangerous things were in Nod-Krai, I doubt he had time to keep track of her whereabouts either. The letters we exchanged mostly contain pleasantries, but it comforts me to know that she is well. I sent word of this home so Barbara knows as well. I would say that Jean would know Frederica's whereabouts best, but she shoulders a heavy responsibility. This family of ours.
I believe you need not worry, Cardinal. By the Animo Archon's grace, the 1,000 winds that blow throughout the world shall all return to a single place.
Indeed. Any Mondstadter who leaves their windows open inviting the company of the wind shall be guided towards eventual reunion. Let the wind lead according to his blessings. Now, if I may be so bold, would you hear my confession, Deacon Dahlia?
Sorry to keep you all waiting. Would you like to go to confession as well, Miss Barbara? I believe the Cardinal will be working at the cathedral for some time yet.
Oh, I'll be fine. My worries are quite small. Nothing worth bothering the Cardinal about. Anyway, I'm off. My sister's waiting back home. I should be helping her cook. See you, Traveler, Paimon, Dahlia. I'll invite you all over to listen to the hymn once it's complete.
That's kind of weird. Isn't the Cardinal her dad? Why does she refer to him by his title?
Well, we are standing in front of the Favonius Cathedral right now. Perhaps Miss Barbara believes that her identity as Deaconess takes precedence in this sacred place. If you were to go in and ask him right now, you'd likely get a similar answer. But in the world outside, well, I suppose all we can do is let the wind lead and trust the Animo Archon to help us out.
How does it feel to be back? Frederica's not around, sure, but the Knights HQ is still a familiar sight, right?
Yes, and we have some new faces too. May the Animo Archon watch over them.
Hey now, don't look at me. She's out on a secret mission, as you know full well. Can't tell you about it, no sir. In any case, you'd have better luck asking Jean. Oh, come on. I know acting Grandmaster's a rough gig. I mean, I'm back, aren't I? I'll help her out for sure.
Oh, for Barbados' sake. Would it kill you to sit in that office yourself, Varka? Jean's exhausted. She needs rest. And by that I mean people need to force her to take some. Just look at her. You'd think she was the only person in Mondstadt without the right to drink and sleep.
The duty to drink and sleep, I think you mean.
Thank you for the corrections, Grandmaster. If I hadn't been appointed Cardinal, I'd...
Whoa, relax.
You're acting like your old adventurer self again. You know, like how you were back when you and Frederica came to Mondstadt together. Years and years spent to the Church of Favonius on her account hasn't changed your temper much, I see.
I joined the church because of the Animo Archon's guidance.
Sure. You're the cardinal here, not me.
Barbados give me strength.
All right, don't worry. I'll figure something out, okay? I've already asked Hertha to put out a call for recruits. And that kid Lowen's just about ready for bigger things, too. Now, all we gotta do is find a few more deputy captains, and Jean will be able to rest much easier.
I only pray that the presence of these deputy captains decreases rather than increases her workload.
Oh, they'll do great! Don't you trust me, Seamus?
Animo Archon willing.
Why does that cat always like to run this way? Strange. Oh, it's you! I just brought a naughty little kitten back to its home. It's a real lively kitty. If it gets even the slightest chance to run outside, then it'll run all over Mondstadt. Knocking over flower pots, getting dirty paw prints on clothes, and keeping every pigeon in Mondstadt on their toes. Lots of citizens just can't put up with it anymore, and some went to the Adventurers Guild for help. But adventurers don't know the first thing about catching cats, so... Bingo! Those adventurers just chase after cats on foot. But as for me, I fly! A surprise air assault when it's least expected, and bam! The cat goes right into the bag. Though, it's kind of funny how that cat never gets mad at me. Instead, whenever I catch it, it all but pounces into my arms and won't stop rubbing against me. You think so? In that case, I should find an opportunity to ask Diona about what cats like and what calms them down. But before that, I just hope it'll stop running away. Otherwise, I'll be up in the dead of night playing hide-and-seek with it again. And another one bites the dust. Just where did all these slimes pop out from? Oh, it was just a slime. Every night can do that. I don't know why, but their numbers out here in the wild have been skyrocketing recently. They've even started attacking travelers on the roads. In order to ensure the safety of the area, both the Adventurers Guild and the Knights have had to send people out on patrol and to eliminate the monsters. Between ensuring that the city's well-guarded and pursuing monsters beyond its walls non-stop, everyone's been run ragged. People are so tired they can barely deploy their wind gliders. But before Albedo comes up with some sort of solution, someone's got to get rid of the monsters, right? Me? I'm doing fine. After all, I'm used to fighting out here, so I know how to conserve my strength and choose the best way to engage. We can talk more later. I've got another area to patrol. You should head back to Mondstadt for now. I'll see you around, traveler.
Oh, that's weird. Looks like Wami Restaurant hasn't fired up their kitchen yet. Why does it smell so much like boiled fish around here? Oh, Paimon's fine. Seriously though, this smells pretty weird. But Paimon can't quite see what's off about it.
Wow, color me surprised. Perfume that smells like boiled fish? Xiangling, come give it a sniff. That's totally the scent, right?
Wow, it really is! Even the chili aroma is spot on. How did you even do that? Some unconventional spice combinations, specialized techniques for refining them, and most importantly, the assistance of a professional chef. Well, tons of people come to eat our boiled fish every day, so I'd recognize that smell anywhere. No way I'd mistake it for anything, even if a perfume bottle's the last place I'd expect to smell it. Traveler? Perfect timing! Come, smell my wrist. Emily here just made us a perfume that smells like boiled fish. Isn't that just so cool?
getting kind of hungry just from sniffing this.
See? Always trust Director Who. This perfume really sparks your appetite, doesn't it? I've got an idea, Xiangling. Spray perfume of this type on your menus. One variety for each dish. That way, even if customers haven't tried a dish before, they could just smell the menu and know roughly what it'll taste like.
You're right! This way we can stop guests from wasting food and Mora ordering something they'd end up not wanting to eat.
Exactly. We could even make a whole Leeway flavor atlas. A big chunky book you can flip through to sample the aroma of every single dish. How's that for an idea?
That sounds like stuffing a whole bunch of dishes into the same cabinet. The flavors would definitely get all mixed up.
Paimon thinks it sounds really fun, you know? Just open it up and you can smell all that yummy food. But wait, won't that just make us even hungrier?
Food fragrance design is a fascinating field worth exploring. Besides, creations made on a whim are meant for our pleasure. We need an answer to anyone on their account. Use them anywhere you like, whenever inspiration strikes. Besides, it seems like this perfume is already taking effect.
That wasn't Paimon's tummy growling. It was his. Yep, you! If you're gonna spray something on Paimon's head, at least make it something nice like almond tofu. Paimon won't be able to sleep if it's too spicy. Huh? Why does Paimon smell boiled fish again? Oh, seems pretty hot, too. Unlike the perfume from earlier.
Paimon, Traveler, Miss Emily! Food's ready!
My goodness, never mind all that. All this brain work has left my tummy growling too. Oh, right. Xiangling, could you make me another serving of almond tofu? Zhongli's queuing for some pastries on my behalf, so I'd like to bring some food back for him too. Also, lend me the perfume. Let's see what our dear consultant thinks when he tastes some almond tofu, spritzed with boiled fish scented perfume.
The almond tofu is ready, but Hu Tao, are you sure you're gonna...
Dear oh dear, this almond tofu is a brand new, one-of-a-kind flavor.
This scent it's quite unique.
Long was the road, and treacherous the way. As we guarded our clients, many trials and tribulations did we endure. Are you mad at me for only returning to see you now?
How could I be? As clouds by morning, as rain by night, I dwell ever in the mountain's sight. Though we could not meet, I thought of you every single day we were apart.
Oh, May.
Hey there, Shenhe! Oh, he was just saying that we haven't been to One Min restaurant in a while. But we've got time today, so we decided to swing by for some lunch. Is Chef Mel not in today? Oh, really? What can you cook then? Awesome! Those are some of our favorites. That's right! Paimon, the great gourmand and taster of countless delicacies, is here to give you some tips today. Let's go! Whoa, the veggies got chopped at a heartbeat! That's the Traveler for ya.
tastes surprisingly good. The chili chicken's taken on a whole new texture after being flash frozen. Have we discovered a new dish by accident? Delicious! Come try some, you two!
Hello there. Are you open for business right now?
Oh, looks like more customers are starting to show up. Guess she should get back to work, Shen, huh?
Sunset Red Tours. You sure a name like that will bring in clients?
Aw, come on. We can work on the name later. What I'm telling you is that sending your elderly family out on tours is a thing youngsters do to show their filial piety nowadays, so they say. It's a business opportunity not to be missed. Sorry, could we order, please?
Are you interested in Sunset Red Tours?
Ahem. Good miss, our name is, in truth, Senior Joy Tours. The go-to choice for all filial young folks looking to treat their parents or grandparents.
Ah, yes. And here's the itinerary.
Oh, it's you! It really is as they say. Watch who you mention in Idle Talk. Never know who might show up. I was just thinking that if you were here, at least there'd be someone here to eat with me. Thanks for the concern, but me? Get robbed on a delivery? I just finished one safe and sound. Come on, we've known each other forever. Don't tell me you're doubting my skills now. Relax. Smell that aroma? You know it. You're in for a treat. It'll be ready in just a minute. The boss from my last delivery runs a farm up in the mountains. There was a happy accident today. He miscounted the supplies. So, he sent me home with the extras. That fowl is really dope. I mean, it's super fresh and the meat is top shelf. There's even spring water from the mountains on our way back. Right place, right time, and I had a feeling that the right people might show up for the trifecta. That's why I decided to make something that I recall as Golden Tempered Jade. You've tried this dish before? It's not just the name. The taste is out of this world. Actually, I learned this dish from Leon, a helper from back home. He and my mother were from the same town, and he said my mother used to love this dish. That said, I didn't follow his recipe exactly. Tweaked it to suit my own taste, you see? Brought the water to a boil, added a pinch of salt, then let the fresh fowl soak in it for a bit. Not for too long, though. Then I mentally recited full moon egg, crystal shrimp, and honey chasyu, fine tea, full moon, and a bountiful year too. Scooped it right out once done. I had to repeat that step 3 times before placing the fowl into mountain spring water infused with mist flowers. Hot and cold. Ooh, reminds you of a blacksmith tempering metal, huh? Yeah, I think it's a bit of a hassle too, so sometimes I get lazy and skip a few steps. But this is a special occasion. Such dope fowl can't go to waste. You'll see in a moment. Anyway, we're currently at the final trickiest step. That's when we drop the heat as low as we can go and let the fowl poach slowly. All that's left after that is to have some patience. Now that we've said all this, the timing should be just right. Not too early, not too late. Now, don't blink. Golden Tempered Jade, ready to plate. See, when the surface shines like glazed glass, it means you got the heat just right. It looks amazing, and it tastes even better. Come on, try some. See if you like it. If you do, I'll make it for you again next time. I don't really bother when I'm cooking for myself, but don't worry. I always follow the steps to the letter when I'm cooking for friends. Full moon egg, crystal shrimp, and honey chasyu. Fine tea, full moon, and a bountiful year too.
You can reach the main road from here. The road is wide. Very wide. You won't get lost.
My thanks, child. As I recall, you live at the Boo Boo Pharmacy, yes? I've seen you in the city.
Yes, but my memory isn't good. I've forgotten you. Sorry for forgetting. I need to go gather herbs. Dr. Baichu is waiting, so I have to leave.
Miss Chi-Chi, please wait.
Zibai! What an odd combination. Okay. Ugh, why are we being all sneaky anyway? There's no way we can hide from...
If you need medicine, Dr. Baichu is at the pharmacy. Please go there. I'm sorry, but I really did forget you. I really need to go gather herbs now. Goodbye.
How did this come to pass? Traveler, Paimon, do come out. You must have questions for me too.
Told you there was no way we could hide anything from Zibai. That said, why were you with Chi-Chi?
No, I did not. I was looking for the right moment to meet with young Chi-Chi in private. Never could I have imagined that such an adeptus might exist. One with an adeptal body but no spirit to match. That absence must be the cause of her forgetful nature. I fear someone has already tried once before in secret. I am well acquainted with the arts involved in the sigil on her head. It is a spell that bestills the soul. Without it, Miss Chi-Chi's spirit would have been drained away long ago, turning her into an unfeeling, unconscious puppet. Spell work of the 3 deadly selves.
Wait a sec. You mean the sigil on her head involves similar techniques to the one you used?
Indeed. She has also had her 3 deadly selves severed. Having traveled with and observed her carefully, I perceive only 1 deadly self remaining in her present body. Although I cannot determine which one it is exactly, this self is also incomplete. It was shattered by an external force before being reassembled by someone through some intricate spellcraft. Though it might not necessarily be a person. Perhaps some adeptus used their powers to pull Chi-Chi's soul together before, using sigils to stabilize and nurture it. Only she would know. It is no habit of mine to pry into others' personal affairs. However, I sense intense fetor within Miss Chi-Chi's body.
Oh, Paimon remembers. Back then, Chi-Chi inhaled so much fetor that she almost fell asleep.
I see. Since she was already bereft of spirit, the fetor entered her body like an invader into territory unguarded. Had the sigil not aided in stabilizing her soul, her spirit might have fled right then and there. But, though it held the fetor back, the sigil's adeptal power was also greatly depleted. Said sigil was already like water cut off from its source, once imbued by its creator with profound adeptal power. Barely 1/10 of it remains today. And, with the fetor entering her body as you mentioned, I'm afraid the sigil's power shall soon be depleted. I suppose that explains the sudden arrival of 2 adepti at Boo Boo Pharmacy. They must have sensed something as well.
2 of them? You mean Xianyun and Madame Ping?
No, I would have known if it were them. The 2 I speak of were a bird and a deer who took the forms of human men before entering this city. Ah, so that is what they are called. Thank you, traveler.
Since we are all here to aid Miss Chi-Chi, perhaps I should go and meet them. Yes, no time like the present, as they say. I shall set off shortly to pay them a visit at their abodes.
Paimon too!
Worry not, Miss Chi-Chi will be more than all right. Still, to see such a sophisticated version of the Three Deadly Selves technique in action, who might it have been?
Master, look at this one!
Not bad, not bad.
Then, we follow up right away with this move. Maintain balance, grip the spear rightly, leaving no openings in front. Oh, Traveler! How have you been?
It's been too long.
Oh, not at all. I'd love to show you how much I've improved. Hey-ya!
All right, child. Continue. Date flowers on silken scarves flow. The ancient willows to the vast sands go. Start with falling dates, form 3, and let it flow into the ancient willow.
Falling dates is a poke and then a lift. Ha!
Continue with cherry form 5, and then transition into round flower form 6.
Round flower form 6. Master, how am I supposed to lead into it again?
The spear is in your hands. So as long as your hands can flow from motion to motion, so can your spear. Begin.
All right. We draw a circle, then rotate back, then an upward thrust. Ha!
Not bad indeed. Your spear work is coming together well. Still, your wrists are quite stiff when you transition and your movements are jerky. You need more practice.
Yes, Master. I'll start again right away.
Oh, child. All right, let's call it a day for now.
Huh? I wanted to practice a little more than we usually do. Well, as Master says, hard work sharpens skills while idle indulgence dulls them. I'd like to ask Master for the next 2 days off, but I don't want to fall behind on my training either. So today's the day to work twice as hard.
Oh, child, there's no such thing as patching clothes in advance, you know. And speaking of that, come here. Let me retie your braids. They're getting a little loose.
Oh, thank you, Master.
Eagerness to learn is no sin, and what I said is not wrong. But as much as braids cannot be too tight or loose, one must find a good balance between work and play. Play to your heart's content, and when you're ready to focus, come back and study hard. If your heart is set on play while your spear is in your hand, you will neither play well nor study hard, and achieve neither.
All right, I've got it. I'll enjoy myself to the fullest then.
Good. Good. Have you decided where you'll be going yet?
Yep. I'd like to go with Chi-Chi on a trip to Chingsa Village. It's the rainy season, so there should be bumper harvests. With luck, we'll get to pick some herbs along the way. Most importantly, the mountain trees will be filled with colorful leaves. I want Chi-Chi to see how beautiful they are for herself.
A fine plan. Go then, and take care on the road.
Don't worry, Master. I'm pretty good with the spear now.
good enough to protect myself and my friends. Oh, and Master, remember to eat on time and take care of yourself while I'm gone, okay?
All right, I will. Don't worry.
So, I can carry on practicing now? Date flowers on silken scarves flow. The ancient willows to... where do they go again? Ah, right. I've got it now. Ancient willows to the vast sands go. I'm so glad you like it. When I saw this view before, I just knew I had to find a chance to bring you here to see it too. What's wrong? Did we have to walk too far to see it? Are you hungry then? Or thirsty? I've got coconut milk in my bag. Would you like some? It's okay, Chi-Chi. I'm here. I'm listening. Just take your time. Yeah, I know. That's good enough. There. Don't you worry, Chi-Chi. I've got a great memory. I can remember all the phrases that Master teaches me to remember spear moves after only a few repetitions. Also, Yanfei's taught me some super cool, associative mnemonics. For example, some of the leaves we saw today were golden, like the bells on my head. And others were green, like the white jade radishes in my basket. Leave all the things you can't remember with me. I won't forget them. I promise. Besides, this isn't the only time we'll visit this place. We can come every month, or drop by whenever we feel like it. Master always says that diligence can make up for a lack of talent. We'll just visit this place more often. And who knows? You might just be able to remember it. Of course. Master said so after all. Or... did I use the saying wrong again? Then let's make a pinky promise. I'm Streetward Rambler's disciple, and my word is as good as my bond. Oh? You cooked a meal too? I do happen to be feeling a little hungry.